All right, g'day, and welcome to Comics, mate. Your mates in comics from the land down under. I'm Dean James, and I'm here again for part 2 of this script reading comparison of The Killing Joke with Michael T and Ali Sanguis. Say hello, guys. I told you guys to unmute this time, so you can't blame me for this.
I am unmuted, but I was waiting for MT to go first.
I was being a goddamn gentleman, woman.
One of you say hello, quick.
G'day. It's Michael T, you mate from the desert.
Desert?
Oh,
is
that how we're doing it? Okay. Good day. Oh, I'm Ali.
I'm sorry, Dean. I'm sorry.
God. Look what you've started, Michael.
Did I do it right yet?
No, you did not. Not at all. Not even close.
Struth,
mate. I hate this. I'm already regretting this stream.
I'm just trying to fit in with the cool kids.
Right. Okay. Well, Corey seems
have
to
I
like
wrought.
it. Corey seems to like it.
Damn it! I broke a nail doing that.
Really? Already? How many have you got left?
I fixed them all this morning and it broke again when I was breaking Australian.
We're aiming for 0 nails by the end of this stream. So yeah, but if you guys haven't, before I say hello to the chat though, if you guys haven't seen part 1 of this was a stream we did yesterday, and then today we're hopefully going to finish it because we've got like 20 more pages of script to go through.
I don't have to work tomorrow.
It was something like that. Well, I do. I have a video that's nearly finished, which will be getting uploaded an hour after I finish this stream. It's got to do the
better. You've been talking about it for days.
Yeah, and then I'm already working on the video that's coming after that because I'm going back to my daily news videos after this one. I just got a little carried away with this Disney one because there are so many problems with Disney. You have no idea. But yeah, there will be that'll be uploaded soon, and then I'll be working on another video featuring this new X-Men animated series. If anybody has seen that shit.
We can just talk about that later.
Yeah, no, I've got a whole video planned. We can't ruin the video.
Ruin
the video.
Aww, don't be mad, MT. It's just your childhood.
Okay. Yeah, it's just our childhoods.
When can I back the embrace?
I love how EVS tried to fucking virtue signal saying, oh, I didn't watch it. It was for little kids. And like, motherfucker, that show was broadcasting fresh when I was 14, and you're only a year older than me, asshole.
Who watches EVS anymore?
Yeah, I legit didn't even see that. I had no idea he said that. And he was wrong.
Not even subbed.
Because X-Men is a classic, timeless series. Like Batman the Animated Series and Spider-Man the Animated Series. In the 90s, we had like this golden just decade of, cartoons that were both for kids and adults. They were, family friendly. You could sit there and watch it with your child, or you could be the child watching it and just have a mad time.
Batman the Animated Series was fucking baller. I used to make sure I got home from school quickly because it came on at 3:30.
Well, see, it was on before school for me, so that was pretty sweet. Like I just got to wake up in the morning and watch it.
When I watched Batman and Batman Beyond, I would go look out at the Denver skyline and pretend that it was Gotham, and I would think it doesn't make any sense because it's two different Bat people. But either way, I would stare out at the Denver skyline and pretend it was Gotham and think that I hope my boyfriend, who is Batman, would be safe and come back to me.
That is the saddest I've ever heard.
We have to address Mo's comment about this.
Yeah, I'll get to that in a second. I've got to say hello to everyone in the chat. Snafu was the first person I could see here today. He said Leighton Alley. No, you were early. You were an hour early, Snafu. Like, we're starting now. We were always starting at this time, so I don't know what you're talking about. Appreciate you, though, for the like and the subscribe. G'day, Felix Bow. Welcome.
Yay. Felix is nice. He shared my stuff.
G'day, Corey. Good to see you, mate. And
hey, Corey.
King of the Wrenches for a reason. He shares everybody's stuff. Look, there it is. The Embrace 2 right there. Go sign up for the Embrace 2.
That's my website.
Did you all sign up? We're waiting.
Sorry about that.
We can't keep going until you guys sign up. Until all of you sign up.
Right, yeah. My bad. Yeah, hold on. I can't see Felix yet. I'm scrolling. There's a lot of Corey and a lot of... Hey, Oz, good to see you, mate. More puddles, he demands. There will be more puddles, I promise you. If this is anything like the last part of the script. It is still the same script, so there probably will be a lot of puddles.
It's
He'll
like
probably
poetry. It
reference
rhymes.
the original puddle and be like, "So do you remember the puddles? What I should have told you about them?" Because he does that a lot. He's like, "I'm sorry, I
I hope
should
he
have
does
told you
that.
this."
Yeah, he does do that a lot. That was a bit of a shock. It's like, why, especially when you were there typing it, why did you do that? You could have just literally gone back up and fixed what you forgot, but instead you tell me about it a page later. Disgusting. G'day, Adam. Welcome. Thanks for joining us, mate. Yes, ready for round 2.
Sometimes it seems almost planned because he'll be like, "Oh, and on page 12, when I do this, I'm referencing this," and it's like, wait a second, like you actually
we
have
haven't
a
got there
plan.
yet.
No,
You know what you're doing.
If Bellend receives that script, and like he needs to just like send an email back with his phone number and be like, "Motherfucker, call me," and start describing the book at this point, because it's going to be faster, and I'll have the book done by the time you're done talking.
Snafu is saying, as a dude, will I like Allie's book? I have not had a single dude tell me that they don't like my books.
Move that for now. Sorry, I just had to bring that up because I'm putting it backstage now, waiting for Allie to share the script as well.
Neither of the dudes on this panel have read any of my books. But,
G'day, Athaline.
I pirated it.
I'm sure. No, you didn't. Shut up.
Did I say hello to Oz? Hello, Oz. If I didn't say hello to you, I've already forgotten. My brain is mush. Welcome, the wife.
Did we stop at don't like it, I'm crazy for it?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, we're page 21 of 39.
You can't at the moment, but you will be able to soon. There is the Embrace 2 campaign will be going live soon, unless you want to go over to Kickstarter, which I'm pretty sure Odin's doing something on Kickstarter, but I haven't been paying attention. I'm too busy working on my YouTube channel and stuff like that, and actually drawing things.
I don't think it's live on Kickstarter yet, but he did say it would be.
Yeah. Either way. Mo Biggs, Bancroft showed off a Lucent page where it's raining and nobody was around to get my Alan Moore reference. Oh, I'm sorry that happened to you, Mo. I would have laughed out loud, I'm sure.
I would have LMAO'd.
Yeah, no doubt. Batman Beyond was cool as fuck, and I still remember the free VHS of one episode of X-Men I got in a show. I had that same thing. I remember that VHS.
Night of the
Sentinels.
It was the first episode, yeah.
Yeah, the little cardboard slot, and it just like slid out of it. I remember that. I didn't watch the X-Men cartoon as a kid because in the commercial they showed Juggernaut throw a tank, and he said, "Thank you."
Thank you
time for that.
Oh, boo! Puns.
That's what made it so satisfying when Juggernaut got his ass beat, though.
Puns are the best, though.
Classic. No, but that is classic superhero writing right there. Exactly. I actually don't hate that. Statica Hawk. What? Was that supposed to say Static Shock? Static Shock was also a great show.
And as I recall that scene, it was actually Colossus that threw the tank and just hit Juggernaut with it, and Juggernaut just laughed.
I never even watched the X-Men show, but I still know the little tune. I never watched it, but I know the.
Well, you missed out, Ellie. Honestly, I'm going to start watching it again soon just because I haven't seen it all in so long. And I was a massive fan. Like, I've got it all on my hard drive here. But I loved that show as a kid. It was one of my all-time favorite shows.
I was busy watching, like, Darkwing Duck and stuff.
That's
what showed on in the morning for me before school.
Yeah, but that's not comparable. You can't compare such things to X-Men the animated series.
When you're in trouble, you call DW.
It has the greatest opening theme song of all time. Like, there's nothing that beats it.
I don't know. The Beetlejuice opening. The Beetlejuice opening is pretty cool. Cool.
What were you saying, Michael?
If you've heard any like the metal covers of that X-Men opening theme song, they're baller.
I have, yeah.
Baller.
It's just a great song, man. It doesn't matter what instrument you play it with. If you can get that tune, you're winning, automatically. I want to read something new and different. I haven't read a book in a while. I read books every night, Snafu. What?
Snafu, I will tell you, Wildman is different.
I don't think you'd like Wildman from what I've heard. It's more of a chick book. You don't have a bean to flick.
What?
So what?
It is. What the fuck are you talking about?
Your fucking
you
romance
talking
novel
about?
cover on it. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't.
Spectacular Umbreon, welcome.
Welcome, Spectacular Umbreon. Welcome,
Are you
Dragon
fucking
Pisces. Good to
serious?
see you guys.
Okay, dickhead.
What?
Oh, you're a chick, so all of your books must be romance novels. Fuck off.
Oh. Did we insult your clitoris with our previous comments? I'm sorry.
No.
No, not at
Sorry,
all.
didn't mean to abuse your clitoris.
Yeah.
No.
We will refrain from bean flicking for the rest of the afternoon, I'm sure.
It's like your own beans, fag.
The only ones flicking bean to Wildman are furries who are into scat. That is true.
Yeah, exactly.
Is Wildman the one with the baby?
What? No.
What one was that?
That's Rotting Crown.
Rotting Crown. Yeah, I did a cover for Rotting Crown. Ellie writes some dark shit. Not gonna lie.
We did a cover for Rotting Crown, even though I think that all of Allie's writing is crappy romance novels.
I didn't say that.
Thanks. Thanks a lot.
Wow. Okay, fine. The book's called Wildman. It has like a shirtless dude on the cover.
You what? He's not shirtless in the cover. You can't even tell. It's just his face.
And his nipple.
Not in the old cover. In the new cover, yeah, sure.
No, but look, you have two chicks and a dude on the cover, and the nipple you show is the man's? I do not approve.
That had to pass an editorial process, Allie. That was you.
That was you. You were the editorial process.
Yeah, I'm sexualizing my character. Fuck off.
Fine.
We're not just
Let's
objects
just jump
for you
into
to
this
drool
then.
over.
This is already going to take fucking forever, so let's just jump right into it, right? If anyone remembers, we were here. This is where we were in the comic book. We had just revealed Joker, and Michael, with his, beautiful Joker voice, had established that he was crazy for it, and that, he was going to buy this stuff, like whatever, this carnival, this old rundown carnival. Yeah, we did the whole page. We finished this page.
You did do the page, okay.
Yeah, we finished this page. And in case anyone's forgotten, Allie, would you like to zoom out and show everyone the massive walls of text that you're going through when we do this?
I want to answer Snafu's questions first. Can I do that really fast?
Can I get a physical copy? Can you sign it?
I'm not doing any more soft cover copies. As soon as I have my hardcovers done, I will let everyone know. And I do sign every single book unless someone asks me not to.
So, why would someone ask you not to sign the book if you're the author of it? That's a strange request.
Just in case people think that it ruins it or something. I sign inside pages. I don't sign the cover unless someone asks me to sign the cover.
But is that a thing people think?
Like,
I don't like
collectors would be that.
I don't like
value.
I don't like people signing covers. I like people signing insides.
Okay. Fair enough then. Whatever. I'm not going to ask any more questions. But yeah, would you like to zoom out and show everyone the walls of text?
I wouldn't, but I will.
But yeah, this is anyone wondering what Alan Moore's writing looks like, it's literally just walls upon walls of text. And then he started doing some paragraphs towards the end there. But yeah, no, it's just lots and lots of words for very little drawing. Like a lot of it is just, hey, I think you might like this, or, that's really cool. Let's try and evoke this feeling, blah, 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 blah. When in actuality,
draw whatever you want.
Yeah. If not, just draw whatever you want. It's like, thanks, you just wasted 5 minutes of my life reading all of this. But yeah, this is the script that Allie will be reading while we go through the comparison of the actual comic book. So yeah, Allie, if you remember,
at the point we're at, we're already off by several panels, and other things have been implemented in other places.
Yeah. This artist is based. He don't give a fuck. He's like, fuck you, Alan Moore. I'm done with your shit. Which is exactly how we all would have been. Jason was in the chat yesterday saying exactly that. I wouldn't have accepted this. I would have told you to take it back and trim out all the fat and just give me the script that I need. But yeah, sometimes more than that, Adam. Sometimes it was a page and a half for one panel. He was averaging He was averaging 4 pages per
It was
panel.
a page and a half for the puddle panel.
Yeah, he was averaging 4 pages per comic book page, which was just ridiculous. And no, Alan Moore is not related. He wishes.
No, because Alan Moore is infinitely worse writer.
Alan Moore is just a mad wizard in a tree trunk out in the woods,
worshipping a snake.
Yeah.
Allie is a real egg beater. Yeah, that's me, Snafu.
Allie. Okay. But yeah, let's jump into this. We've got to go to the next page of this comic book, don't we?
We're on.
I mean, we should for our health.
Page.
Yeah.
Because that Joker face is something.
We're on panel 4 of page 6.
No, we're on page 1. We're on panel 1 of whatever.
Oh yeah, because he changed the panel order.
Yeah. The artist did not care at all. The artist was just like, "Fuck you, I'm doing what I want."
Well, we're on page 6 then of comic.
I don't know. I lost count a long time ago.
I'm pretty sure it's page 6 of comic, but it's page 21 of script.
Okay, well, is it where you see a flashback?
Whatever comes after, don't like it. I'm crazy for it.
No, we already did those
not
panels.
These days.
Yeah, we did these panels. We did both of those panels. Yeah.
Joker's
money isn't really a problem. Not these days.
Yeah, exactly. And then it cuts to like a flashback where money was a problem.
Okay,
then
so
we go to another fat lady on a little stool.
So we're on 22, page 7, panel 1?
Sure. I don't think she's fat, though. I think she's pregnant, Michael. I think this is a pregnant
Same thing.
lady. Tomato, fat, pregnant, who cares, obese, etc. But yeah, let's get started. Let's jump into this, because this is going to take forever.
Okay, yeah, I haven't read any of this, so I'm going to assume this is actually where we were. Okay.
Cool. Let's do it. Begin whenever you are ready.
Constitute our first flashback of the issue. So I suppose a general note upon the flashbacks is in order. I figure it would look nice if they were visually different in approach to the mainstream of the book, either by the adoption of a different approach to the coloring or to the inking or to the page design or something. I'm sure you know the sort of thing I mean. Also, since the narrative in these flashback sequences is fairly unburdened with the presence of people in costumes and superheroes in general, because I hate them, maybe we can treat these scenes a bit more realistically, even if it's realism that becomes unpleasantly unsettling and disturbing and tinged with insanity upon occasions. Once again, I suppose I'm thinking very much of Eraserhead for these scenes, showing the possible early years of the Joker's life as
deep cut.
The artist was like, "Look, I'm just going to keep drawing it in my style, okay, Alan Moore, and you can shut the fuck up."
These flashback scenes look as if they took place about 20 years before the events in the rest of the book, which could maybe be affected solely by the color scheme we use if we stuck to yellows or Sinias?
Sepia?
Sienna?
I don't know.
I remember burnt sienna is a Crayola brown color, kind of like sepia,
Well, whatever, or something like that. The settings are all composed with horribly fascinating and yet sordidly mundane details, along with a lot of claustrophobic clutter. In these opening scenes, we are in the desperately grim one-room flat shared by the early model Joker before his ghastly transformation and his young and pregnant wife, whose name is Jeannie. In this first panel, we have a composition which mirrors almost exactly that used in the last panel on page 6. In the foreground over on the right, we can see a little of the midsection of a young man in fairly down-at-heel clothing. Most conspicuously, we can see his hands. They are perhaps a little grubby, with dirt beneath the fingernails, but basically they seem pink and unused to work.
I see no fingernails.
But the fingers are long.
He said it's all in like black and white or sepia tone. You know, he's like, okay, but now we're going to describe some colors that are going underneath the fingernail. No, bro, it's only one or the other. You can't have black and white and color unless you're going to do something stylistic. Continue.
Yeah. The fingers are long, sensitive, and artistic, and the hands themselves seem to betray a sort of nervousness. Oh, I don't know. Here, we see them nervously holding a battered old trilby that looks as if it's long since lost its war with the rain. I love puddles. He didn't say that's what in there.
I'm really not getting that from the hat. The hat looks nice, you know, the hat just looks fine.
Yeah. The hands clutch the brim, toying with it uncomfortably as the off-panel person stands there, holding his hat at waist or crotch level. Wherever we saw the Joker holding his hat in the last panel of page 6. Looking beyond this, we can see the terrible, cramped, untidy room that the young man and his wife share. The wallpaper is peeling, and was in any case awful to start with. In the room there is a wash basin, a small glass stove, 2 chairs, a small table, and a cramped-looking double bed that would perhaps sleep 1 person comfortably. The room is so small that we can probably even see a lot of this detail in the first panel. There is a small window in the room with grimy glass and faded curtains that once had a pattern and now barely retain its ghost. The window looks out. What?
Come back over here. We need you to read this comment. Ali Moore.
Alim has no time for ghastly knaves, ruffians, rapscallions, scallywags, and ne'er-do-wellers.
Brilliant. Yeah, I'm sure that's what you wanted, Mo, right? Yeah, good. Amazing. Carry on.
The window looks out onto a red brick wall situated 6 feet away across the alley. Oh my god. How does he get so specific?
He gets really specific for things that just don't come across in the artwork, no matter how good the artist is.
Yeah, what is he supposed to do? Like, sit there and get a ruler and like figure it all out with the math and how long is an alley normal? Like, what is he supposed to do that?
In a panel, we discussed this last time. You've only got so much space. Half of the things he's described aren't in this image. Like, they may be in the room when we go around other ways, but yeah, they can't fit in this image. So, and the brick wall out, like, you got the brick wall out the window, but there's no telling how far away or close it is. It honestly looks like it's right up against the window either, like, honestly, by the size of the bricks, but that's neither here nor there.
The room is littered with all sorts of stuff. Food, newspapers, dirty washing. Maybe there's a line hanging somewhere in the room, maybe over a radiator on which some recently washed men's underwear, the big white baggy old-fashioned kind that my father used to enjoy. It says this, I swear. And probably still does, for all I know of the matter, is hanging to dry.
We did read Oz's comment, guys. What are you talking about?
There is a small and ineffective-looking electric fire, perhaps, or any other mundane and sorted electric fire. Any other mundane and sorted-looking details that you feel like throwing in. Sitting towards the left, upon one of the wooden chairs, positioned more or less exactly the same as the fat lady was upon the freak show poster.
Oh, shit.
We see the young man's wife, Jeannie. She is 6 months pregnant and obviously hasn't bothered to dress that morning, still wearing her housecoat,
I want to point out, Bellin didn't have the
slippers.
internet to look up what does a 6 month pregnant woman look like. He had to go out on the street and find pregnant women and be like, how far along are you?
No, he just had to knock up a woman and then wait 6 months.
Wait 6 months, yeah.
G'day, Dante. Wow. Welcome, man.
She looks quite sickly and washed out, and the fact that her body is naturally quite small and slight tends to emphasize the state of her pregnancy. Her hair is long and lank and greasy looking, and while she isn't unattractive, she's certainly no beauty. Come on, Brian, you complacent old bastard. Here's a challenge for your jaded sensibilities.
Is that in the script?
Yes. Draw an average-looking woman. She looks up with a hopeful expression as the young man enters the room, hat in hand, up in the foreground. Who's being Genie?
Okay, hold on. I'll play Genie, sure. But first of all, right, if any writer decided to insult my sensibilities midway through a script description, I'd be pissed. Like, who the fuck do you think you're talking to, cunt? Honestly. Come on, Dean.
Stop being so complacent, Dean.
Here's a challenge for your jaded sensibilities. Challenge this, motherfucker. Gargle my nuts.
Why you gotta be a complacent old bastard, huh?
Yeah,
I mean, and I was reading a post from the artist in his Facebook group, which I joined last night.
Yeah, we should feature that at the end of this stream.
Yeah, he was saying that him and Alan are not friends anymore because of this.
This specific comment? Because I believe it.
No, because of the comic. He didn't say anything specifically, just because of the book.
Wow. You complacent old bastard, Mo says. Even I usually refrain from browbeating my artists to that extent until they've disappointed me in any way. Yeah, you would think that, right? Like, it comes across as he doesn't like. I feel like that's more, it's a very personal attack. You know, it's like you and your jaded sensibilities and shit, whatever he fucking said. Yeah. Here's a challenge for your jaded sensibilities. Draw an average-looking woman. What the fuck is that supposed to mean? Like, clearly, if it's not some superhero or anything, all we ever draw is average-looking people outside of the main characters in comic books. Is that like a jab?
You're not drawing Catwoman, obviously. You're not drawing Ivy, obviously. You're drawing a woman chick.
Marion from accounting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, make her as plain as possible. Try,
Helen from
okay?
HR.
Although maybe
no worries, Alan.
Maybe it's a compliment, you know? You can only draw hot chicks. Try drawing an ugly one.
Well, that's just rude.
I mean,
yeah. So what, are we up to the dialogue now?
Genie.
Well, how did it go? Did they like your act? Asks Genie.
Page 24 of script, panel 2.
Panel 2.
Now, the man has crossed the room slightly, and we have changed angles so that the woman is seated in the foreground, and we are looking past her at the man as he stands there with his back to us, hanging up his hat and maybe his jacket upon a coat peg, or perhaps just on the back of a chair if there are no coat pegs. Even though he has his back to us so that we can't see his face, we can still see more of him than we could last panel. He's very tall and lanky and gangly, and he doesn't really carry his ungainly body to the best effect, as if he feels awkward in it.
Alan, we know it's the Joker, mate. Like, honestly, why the fuck wouldn't you just say, like, you already said this is the Joker before his accident in that, like, long, you know, just muddled nonsense that he said earlier. Like, we know this is the Joker. I'm going to draw the Joker.
Have an origin story. I'd rather it be multiple choice.
He's maybe 22 years old with a fairly unruly mop of black hair that's cut in some sort of nebulous style, vaguely reminiscent of the Depression, perhaps shaved slightly at the sides and the back of the neck. See what looks best. The young man mumbles. Oh, gosh.
Yeah, come read this comment.
Make her look dead center average with a protruding belly. That's the only way I can finish my puddles. That's what Voldemort did to me.
That was really hard not to laugh.
Felix is like, I would have drawn her hotter than any stick figure I've ever drawn before. Just a stick figure
with 2 circles. Ooh.
Give Give him a hot wife.
Ooh, those circles are boobs.
Let's see. Get Boob Dan to draw his wife.
Yeah, exactly.
Be like, Dan, there's instead of 2 giant circles, there's 3. And one of them's 5 times as big as the huge boobies. Draw that.
If Dan drew that, it would look like she was pregnant with like non-tuplets.
Yeah, you can only get so big before it looks like there's something wrong.
The young man mumbles to the coat pegs as he replies to his wife, not looking at her. In the foreground, although Jeannie is facing mostly away from us, we can still see a little of her face. She looks slightly crestfallen. I should have mentioned... Oh, parentheses. I should have mentioned last panel that there is either a hanging wall mirror, old-fashioned and cracked, or perhaps a wall-mounted bathroom cabinet with a mirror set into the front up on the wall above Jeannie's head behind her as she sits over by the wall. Since
He's like,
we're
I don't
behind
care.
her, here, this mirror or cabinet isn't visible in this panel, but I thought I'd better mention it anyway.
What? Why would you mention anything that's not in the panel regardless? And it's not in the first panel either. He was just like, nope, I already drew that. Not doing it, mate.
Young man.
Well, they,
yeah, Ali, we have a lot of requests for people wanting you to say things. You want to come over here and read this comment too? Ali Moore.
Dear Mum and Dad, things have been quite all right in this war. Charles is Swiss cheese, Snortbottom has turned gay, and decided to penetrate a pillow through a water bottle. Sincerely, your son, Pillow.
What the fuck? What does that even mean?
I got nothing.
Anyway, it's a young man who is definitely not Joker yet.
Well, they said they might call me. I don't know. I got nervous, messed up a punchline.
Oh.
Panel 3.
What do you mean?
Panel 3. What do you mean? Oh, I didn't mean anything.
Yes, you did.
We close in now upon the young man as he wheels around angrily on his wife, so that we see him full face for the first time. He isn't so much angry as desperate and upset and depressed, and his eyes look miserable even as he snaps aggressively at his wife. He is long-faced and lantern-jawed, but still has a look of innocence about him. He's probably never been, and never will be, called a handsome man, but the face has a sort of youthful honesty about it, despite its peculiarities, and is not totally unlikable or unsympathetic. Above all, it looks worried and twitchy and nervous, and we can perhaps imagine how much a frail and eminently mockable physical appearance as a boy might have easily led to someone developing a line of patter to forestall a beating, along with a general neuroticism and a sense of isolation. Page 25. Purely through being friendless. We don't really have to see Jeannie in this panel, and her balloon can issue from off-panel unless you particularly feel like drawing her.
This is honestly distracting. Like, the way he's describing things is distracting from what it is I'm supposed to be doing. You know, like, I'm supposed to be paying attention and figuring out what it is I'm going to draw. But all of this just rambling on just makes me forget that I'm supposed to even be drawing something in the first place.
Here's the direction, Dean. Draw stressed out Adolf Hitler.
Yeah, shave him. Mo's poor Pillow and poor Blanket Jackson. That's not a mustache, that's a shadow.
Our main emphasis is on the face of the young man as he turns around and snaps at his wife, his eyes wounded and hurt and looking for a fight. Above the scene, a fly, specked bare light bulb stares down, lynched on the end of a dirty brown flex that hangs from the peeling whitewash of the ceiling. Young man.
I thought that was a fly strip. What do you mean?
What I thought it was too, yeah. I didn't mean anything.
Yes, you did. The way you said it. oh, like that.
Panel 4. Now we have roughly a side-on shot of the two of them, both more or less full figure. Jeannie is seated over to the left, in profile, facing right. The young man is over to the right of the panel, looking angrily and distraughtedly down at Jeannie, having crossed the tiny room towards her since last panel. I don't see him as a violent man, so his fists aren't bunched up or anything like that. The long and nervous hands just flap around agitatedly as he remonstrates. Jeannie turns her head to one side, away from him and towards us, cheeks flushing with anger. Behind them, the ugly room sits and listens, absorbing every word. If these walls could speak. I added that last part. Jeannie.
Oh, Jesus, all I said was...
You said, oh, as in, oh, so you didn't get that job. As in, oh, so how are we going to feed the baby? You think I'm not worried about that?
Panel 5. Now, we are behind and fractionally above the young man as he stands there facing his wife, looking down over his bony shoulder at her. As he stands there, I figure he has his head turned to one side, probably the left, his eyes squinched shut, and his teeth gritted in impotent self-loathing and futile anger. Now he maybe bunches his fist up, but the anger is obviously directed at himself rather than his wife. In the background, Jeannie looks up at him. The crossness has gone from her face to be replaced by a sort of pained concern. She winces, as if in empathy with the pain he is obviously feeling. Young man.
You think I don't care? That it's all a big joke to me or something? Jeez. I have to go.
Panel 5.
I have to go and stand up there and nobody laughs. And you think I...
Final panel. Another side-on shot from some feet back. The young man sinks to his knees, wrapping his... Oh, God. He misspelled wrapping. It says wrapping like word up.
Poland is butterfly stuck to this flypaper. Some person.
He said wrapping like word up, not wrapping like to wrap paper.
No, he did not, Dragon Pisces.
Wrapping his arms around the wife's pregnant bells and pressing his cheek against it. He is crying.
Not rapping like that. He's like, yo, 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 oh God, I'm sorry.
Jeannie looks down maternally, with a look of somehow patronizing compassion, and stroked his hair, as if he were a child with a bruised knee. Young man?
Oh, God. Oh, God, I'm sorry.
Oh, baby.
We're on page 26, and this is apparently page 8 of comic.
Moving on to page 8 of
the
comic.
Yeah, moving on to the next page right now, yeah.
Panel 1. Now we have a shot which closes in upon our last full figure panel, so that now all we really see is the young man's bleak-eyed and tear-streaked face as it rests against the swell of his wife's belly. Apart from her bell, all we can see of Jeannie is her hand entering the picture from above, still stroking his hair and calming him.
Allie, you need to come and read this comment.
Stop this codswallop, fairest maiden! Thine beauty doth maketh my loins stir, and my cup runneth over. Over egg the pudding. Tickety-boo! Huzzah!
Clip that shit.
Brilliant. You have another one too.
I'm going to have to start just doing these on my channel so I can do them for super chats, you guys. Come on.
Wow.
My stomach can no longer employ my breakfast, he cried, fisting his bangers and mash with sheer fucking hubris.
Mommy, can you be quiet? I'm trying to sleep.
She's not home.
G'day, Affinity. Welcome.
No, she's not home. Or I wouldn't be saying any of this. And you know what I did to read that, by the way? I actually put my hands on the chair and like shot myself up out of it with like a little, and held myself up so I could say it.
Yeah, you're a true actor, Ellie.
I didn't even realize I did it until I sat back down, and I was like, "Oh wow, I flew."
Huzzah!
I keep trying not to smack my microphone with my hands.
Valentine,
like,
my dog is not in here. Young man.
I don't mean to take it out on you. You're suffering enough being married to a loser.
Honey, that's not...
It's true. I can't support you. Oh, Jeannie, what are we going to do?
So, point, the script says you're sub-suffering.
I don't know what that means.
It's suffering. He stutters. Suffering. Yeah.
What's bothering me the most? What's bothering me the most about it is that he's referring to the young Joker as young man, even though we know it's the Joker. And if anyone was supposed to know it's the Joker, it would be the artist drawing the book, you know? Like, but he keeps referring to him as young man, and that's just bothering me more than anything.
Young man. Do. He's just a young man.
Young man.
Now, panel 2. We have a shot that shows the bottom of the staircase in the lodging house that the young couple are currently living at. Oh my God, I can't believe he ended a sentence with a preposition, you motherfucker.
He's supposed to be a goddamn writer.
You call this a script?
You bastard. It's a good thing he never goes out and meets anyone, because I would break his nose. Freaking fat wizard nose.
We are looking up at the dingy staircase towards the first landing, where we can see an electric light shining on one peeling wall. Balloons belonging to the young man and his wife issue from the top of the stairs, since their room is on the first floor. At the bottom of the stairs, peering suspiciously upwards from the shadows of the dirty hallway towards the yellow-lit upstairs landing, we see a hideously decrepit and miserable-looking old lady. Staring upwards, she scowls, clutching her filthy housecoat about her. A mangy-looking cat
she's
rubbing against her varicose and stockinged leg. Off panel, Jeannie.
It'll be okay.
Yeah. The next one's you too.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Junior won't be here for another 3 months. And I think Mrs. Burkis will let the rent go a little longer. She feels sorry for me.
She hates me.
Now we are back in the room. Jeannie still sits in her chair, over in the foreground, but the young man has recovered himself and has risen and walked to the window. We see him here, with his back to us, as he stares out through the filthy glass at the red bricks a few feet away. In the foreground, Jeannie has turned her head slightly away from us to look towards his back. Young man!
She comes out into the hallway to scowl at me every time I go upstairs. This house stinks of cat litter and old people. I've got to get you out of here before the baby comes. I just want enough money to set up a decent neighborhood. Shit. Yep. I got ahead of myself. Yep.
Actually.
We're in page 27 of script now, by the way.
Oh, God.
Now we are outside the filthy window looking in. Maybe it is raining outside in the foreground. Have fun with the puddles. He didn't say that.
God.
Looking in through the window in the foreground, we see the young man who has now turned so that he is in profile to us on the other side of the glass. His expression is intense and determined, and his eyes are burning and serious, despite the apparent levity of his comment. Jeannie, sitting there beneath the cracked mirror or mirror-faced bathroom cabinet in the room behind him, doesn't appear to see the intensity and determination in her husband's eyes, and hears only his joke. There was a joke? She laughs and looks happy there in her grim little room. Young man.
I just want enough money to set up in a decent neighborhood. There are girls on the street who earn that in a weekend without having to tell a single joke.
That's the joke?
That was insincere as fuck, Jeannie. What are you trying to say?
All right.
Mr. Joker.
The young man has now turned completely away from the window and taken a pace back across the room towards his seated wife. We can only see a little of his midsection, with one of his long-fingered hands reaching out slightly as Jeannie reaches up to take his hand and pull him to her, both her arms extended. She smiles and looks lovingly up at him as she reaches out for him, and there is a promise of sex in the air. There is the dismal little bed-sit room. Although we cannot see much of the young man in the foreground as we look down past him at his wife, we can see his head and shoulders reflected in the mirror/bathroom cabinet that is mounted on the wall behind his wife's head. Because the mirror, whatever form you decide it takes, is fairly dirty and uncleaned, the reflection of the young man's face in it looks more shadowy, particularly around the eye sockets. Jeannie smiles. Jeannie.
Honey, don't worry. Not about any of it. I still love you, you know? Job or no job, you're good in the sack. And you know how to make me laugh.
Great. I always
know how to make me laugh because I'm American.
I always wondered if Joker was good at fucking, and now I know. Yay.
Joker fucks!
He got that good D.
Superman eats out and Joker fucks. Yay! I needed to know these things.
Wait, I thought it was Batman that eats out.
Is it?
Yeah, Batman. Yeah, Batman.
Was it Batman? Ugh.
Batman. Yeah, Batman's got like a mid-sized penis too.
What?
These are all things that we shouldn't know, but we do for some reason.
Why do we know these things?
Because we decided to make Batman naked one time.
Well, and Superman's penis has pincers on it.
What? No.
Just to grab a hold of you.
It comes out in two different directions too.
Why does it have pincers? To grab a hold of you.
Are you being serious?
There was it's not canonical, but there was a awesome fucking fan comic of.
It's a thing.
Oh.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
Mo says, you didn't know Joker could fuck? He broke Harley. Yeah, well, as a kid, that's not what I was thinking of, okay? I was thinking...
Harley seems easy to break, though.
And actually, Oz, Constantine smashed King Shark. It was the other way around.
Wait.
Just so you know.
Johnny's not a bottom.
Wait, I'm kidding. No. What? Hold on.
What?
You know what? Don't tell
Comics
me.
have gotten weird in the last few years, okay?
I'll be right back. You guys can keep talking about Constantine fucking King Shark. I don't like that.
Okay.
That was
mirror or mirror-faced bathroom cabinet. Let your imagination run wild and free.
That was a funny fucking bit from oh shit, I think it was Apocalypse War or something like that, one of the animated movies. And yeah,
let your imagination run wild and free.
Yeah, he leads some of the Justice League in to meet the Suicide Squad who are supposed to be joining up with them to fight Darkseid. Constantine's, oh crap, it's my ex. Flash is like, Harley? No. Points behind funny. Harley.
That's hilarious.
Shark just gives one of those little girl waves. Just hi.
Batman thinks, he does think things through. He'd use foreplay like how a general plans a battle. Still gay as fuck, says Oz Great Sage. Yeah, that is true. Which Harley? There was more than one. No, there's one Harleen Quinzel. Everything else is just nonsense that has been brought up ever since. Come, Mr. J, don't you want to rev up your Harley? Vroom, vroom. I feel like I've actually heard her say that before. Is that an actual quote?
That was from the Batman the Animated Series comic, yeah.
I've heard that before.
Yeah, it was in the cartoon.
The promise of sex in the air. Yes, this is true. The pseudo Joker, implying he's not in fact the actual Joker. I think he was more meaning that he is like pre-Joker.
A larval form.
Yes, the larval Joker. But anyway, how are you guys enjoying all this shit?
I'm kind of having a blast, and I keep getting into it too much. I keep going ahead in the panels.
Yeah, I know. We should probably just start reading some comic books from now on live streams. What do you reckon? Would you guys like to see that? Anyone in the chat?
I'm fucking down.
Ow. Oh, sorry.
I want to stretch those fucking muscles and get VO work. I would love to do that.
Yeah? Well, I mean, you do a pretty good Joker. I'll give you that. It is a fuck ton of text. That is true. Like, that is my main problem. Well, look at this shit. I feel bad for Ellie. She's definitely got the worst job out of all of us. Like, look, it's just constantly, just word after word after word.
Yeah, she just has like a straw connected directly to the water tower above her building, and she's just taking sips of it every 3 seconds.
Yeah, exactly. Some person says, sure. Osgreat says Ellie is killing it. She fucking is, man. She's like the heart of this show. Without her, we wouldn't even have the script. Harley also said in the animated series, you want to try my pie? Ha! Hilarious. Metric. Very entertaining. Mo says, but Allie's got the most fun voice to do. Well, that is true. She gets to impersonate Alan Moore the most. But at the same time, we're not done with this yet. There might be other characters. I had a lot of fun being Batman. That was cool. Batman was fun. What does this one say? Bitch Planet would be a hilarious read. We have another... Do you guys want us to do another Bitch Planet? Because we have a couple of issues of Bitch Planet. We could have done like a direct sequel to the last one. Because we have, I think it's like 3 issues or something of Bitch Planet. I'm not sure entirely. But yeah, we have a few. But yeah. Why are you so quiet, Michael? You need to talk. Hello?
Blustery cold days should be spent propped up in bed with a mug of hot chocolate and a pile of books. Comic books. Go sign up for the Embrace 2.
Please do, yeah. That's coming soon. I'm working on that like at the moment. But yeah. Anyway, let's go back to this comic though. Seeing as Ellie's not here, let's have a quick peek forward. All right, like, look, this is just, it's probably going to say, we mirror the last panel, blah, 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 blah.
He's trying to grab that clown's tits.
He is trying to grab that clown's tits. But let's see what we've got in store for us. I'm positive you won't regret this purchase. The place isn't that dilapidated. Some of these rides are still pretty sturdy, as he rides a pink elephant.
Pink elephants on parade. Pink elephants on parade.
Really, this could be one hell of a carnival.
Oh, you're so right. Thanks to your smooth salesmanship and your silver tongue, you've completely sold me on the place. Let's shake on it.
Well, sure. It's my privilege.
Indeed it is. Naturally, I won't be paying you anything. My colleagues persuaded your partner to sign the necessary documents just over an hour ago. The property's already mine. You're happy with that, I take it? I can see that you are. I am so glad. When you see the improvements I have planned for this place, I guarantee you'll be absolutely speechless.
He poisoned
and incidentally, the words cut off.
There you go.
Oh, and incidentally, that's a lifetime guarantee. Well, I must dash. There's equipment to hire, plus workers who'll suit the general tone of the establishment. And then, of course, I've yet to secure my main attraction. Do feel free to stick around. What? Toodles!
And then he's obviously poisoned the Joker. But where were we? We can't... Yeah, Ellie can't know that we skipped ahead. He was poisoned by the Joker. So yeah, we can't let Ellie know that we skipped ahead, okay? So yeah, let's go back to where we were.
He secretly killed the Joker before the Joker started crying.
Oh, could you imagine? Okay, there we go. Now she'll be none the wiser, guys. It's all just us.
It's impossible for her to know that we did this.
Yes.
Don't give away anything in the chat, you goddamn narcs.
Yeah, if you betray us, I swear. This is a secret, just the boys.
There goes your stream watching privileges.
Stream watching privileges. Don't you dare, Oz. I will. Somebody time out Oz quick before he dubs on us.
I'm back.
Welcome back, Allie. We just sat here
dabbing.
waiting patiently.
Some person says Bitch Planet would be a hilarious read. It's not as funny as you think, some person.
Oh, yeah. I told them that we have other scripts for Bitch Planet and that we could have done a direct sequel to the Kelly Sudaconic stream.
Yeah.
If we really wanted to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Has Mon been read yet?
Yeah. I read it on the Allie and Hockey show like 2 years ago.
That was a long time ago now.
Jesus, it's been out for 2 years.
Yeah.
Mo says, I'm glad you're back. It was very boring while you were gone, as nothing happened whatsoever. That is exactly right.
That's
we sat
exactly
here patiently
right,
waiting for Ellie.
Mo was very angry at us, but we persevered.
Yeah.
I feel like you're lying.
Don't you say another word.
I feel like those are lies.
Oz, don't be a cunt.
We would never lie to you, Ellie.
Yeah, uh-huh.
I
promise I will never die.
Continue reading the script.
Panel
this
6.
last panel in color.
Yes. In this final panel, we have cut out of the flashback, and the coloring / inking / panel design or whatever has returned to normal. We are at the carnival again, standing disuse under the nighttime November sky, and we have a panel almost identical in composition to the panel above. In the right of the foreground, we see a little of the Joker's midsection. Looking down past him slightly, we can see that he is standing looking down upon the dirty glass case containing the hideously afflicted sailor mannequin. We can see the ugly little doll sitting there and smiling up at us. And we can see the legend on the front of its case in old-fashioned penny arcade lettering. The Laughing Sailor. And then next to that, or under it, just put a penny in the slot. The Joker, who we can see a little of in the foreground on the right, is reaching out with one hand and trailing his gloved fingertips over the dirty glass of the machine. We can see his head and shoulders reflected in the glass case, just as we saw the young man reflected in the mirror last panel. The Joker's face looks usually solemn and reflective, with no trace of the usual smile, no dialogue.
Yeah, the artist was just like, fuck you, this is going to be a clown, and it says laughing clown.
Yeah, fuck your sailor.
Like, there's no sailor at all. Yeah, fuck you and your sailor. It's poetic, to have a clown there. But everything else is pretty much the same.
Why would he want it to be a sailor anyway? That's weird.
I don't know. Is that even a thing? Like, I've seen clowns in boxes and, like, the psychic, read your future thing in a box. But, like, is a sailor in a box even a thing?
I was going to say, you have tapped the ones that I know about, yeah.
I've seen a couple different...
Those are the only two I know of.
Fortune tellers
and
some clowns.
Fortune tellers and clowns, that's it.
Sailor.
Yeah, I used to hate those when I was a kid.
Right.
They have the fortune telling ones in St. Augustine.
Oh, good for them.
Did you wish to be big?
Page 9 is page 28.
I will be the other guy, so you don't have to talk to yourself. It's fine.
Page 28 of script, by the way.
Page 28 of 46?
Really? 39. I'm going to have to look that up, some person. Yes, exactly, Oz. Nothing happened.
I can just watch the replay.
Yeah, but
I know where you live, Oz, and I'm in America. We can strike anywhere.
All right.
Now, panel 1. Now we are back with Mr. Mitchum and his ghastly client in the grounds of the desolate abandoned carnival. In this panel, Mitchum is in the foreground, facing us. Grotesquely, he is sitting upon one of those little kiddie rides that rock back and forth when you put a coin in the slot, as if to demonstrate its sturdiness and stability. He spelled sturdiness wrong. He grins indulgently to himself. The actual design of the ride should be something slightly grotesque and weird and unsettling. If you happen to have either reference or a particularly strong memory of some such device that you once saw, I recall the ones designed to look like reindeers as being the worst, particularly if you allow E, D for part of the inane cartoon face to be rotted away with the paint peeling away in strips. Perhaps the animal that the ride depicts could have a sort of Fleischer Studios look to it, since I always thought that their cartoon animals combined cuteness with a very dark and deranged sort of quality, which would fit in nicely here. Looking past Mitchum as he sits foolishly astride his grinning and leering mechanical ride, we can see the Joker.
Yes.
He has turned away from the laughing sailor, although we can still see the glass case standing just beyond the Joker as he turns to face us, providing a visual link with the last panel on page 8. The Joker stares coldly at Mitchum's turned back, and maybe it would be best if you could use the shadows to somehow obscure the lower half of his face so that we cannot see the grin here. Perhaps just the glint of his mad white eyes staring from the shadows would be enough. Mitchum, in the foreground, feels himself to be on chummy terms with the Joker and doesn't look round at his client as he speaks. About them, the dismal dead carnival stretches.
Wow.
Mitchum.
You know, I'm positive you won't regret this purchase. This place isn't that dilapidated. Some of these rides are still pretty sturdy. Really, this could be one hell of a carnival.
I think it's Joker's turn.
I'm waiting for
Joker
Allie.
doesn't speak. Yeah, Joker doesn't speak.
Oh, you are waiting for me. I went to look at the panel to see the stretching and the...
For once in my life, I was professional, and look what happened.
I know. And the reindeer that's actually an elephant.
Yeah, honestly, draw a small pink animal, like an anime elephant ride. Yeah, that's all you literally had to do, yeah? You didn't need to go on and on and on and ramble about the deers and shit. This has been a problem through the whole script. He honestly loves his, what's it called? He loves to, just...
Verbosity?
Yeah, his verbosity, exactly. He just loves to draw, just prattle on with words that are unnecessary. He's trying to bore his artists to sleep. It's no wonder they're not friends anymore, honestly. And it's been like this since the very first page, too. It's not like it's something that he started to fall into throughout the script. He was doing this from the very beginning.
Yeah.
Panel 2. Change angle now, so that we are looking at both the Joker and Mitchum from the rear. Mitchum is still sitting on his ride, facing away from us. The Joker has walked up behind him so that he is standing on the estate agent's right side as we see him here, if you can get that to work with the speech balloons. Maybe by having them up at the top of the picture or something, facing away from us.
I don't do the letters, man. I'm not the letterer.
But turn slightly so that we see him in profile as he stands looking down at the man on the mechanical ride. We can see that the Joker is smiling. He has his left hand resting upon Mitchum's shoulder as he stands beside the seated man, and with his right hand, he is reaching round the front to shake Mitchum's right hand. If we can see any of Mitchum's face as he looks up at the Joker, he looks a little taken aback, but anxious to appear friendly. Up to you whether we can see the actual handshake or not. If you can, get the dialogue balloons to work with the Joker on the right, then please feel free to reverse the whole shot so that we're looking at the pair from the front. I leave it up to you. Joker.
Okay, hold on. Right. I will check that in a second. Hold on, I gotta check something. What?
Yeah, Dean, check it.
Oh, what? Good. That's awesome, Odin. You're a legend. You didn't need to do that, bro. I will accept that. Odin just sent me a gift on Steam.
Oh, hi, Odin.
What a matter? What about us? You didn't need to do that, man.
He loves
and also, thank you, my friend. We got a few comments here. If Gotham allows guns to civilians, what's to stop a regular person from shooting Joker where he least expects it? No, Gotham doesn't allow its citizens to have guns. They have massive gun control in Gotham, hence the high crime rates.
Do they really?
It's like Chicago.
I can only assume that it's like Chicago, yeah. Because Gotham is Chicago and New York and a few other cities merged into one, and they're all,
blue shit.
As I recall, originally, before the DC New 52 came up with like a new map that like blended everything together. Originally, Metropolis was supposed to take the place of New York City, and Gotham was supposed to take the place of Philadelphia.
Right. Okay. And Mo Big says, imagine he sent the same script to the letterer, which, as soon as you said that, man, he probably did. Because you tend not to write separate versions of the script. You just have the one version that everybody gets. So the letterer probably did get this copy of the script, to be honest. And no, it's O-D-E-N.
people.
E-N. It's not Oden. Oden.
It's Ogden.
Joker.
Oh, you're so right. Thanks to your smooth salesmanship and your silver tongue, you've got me sold completely on the place. Let's shake on it.
Well, sure. It's my privilege.
Panel 3. Whichever angle you finally decided the last shot was taken from, this panel is definitely seen from the back. We're on to page 30, by the way. The handshake is over, and the Joker withdraws his hand with a small, fastidious smile. There is something attached to the palm, a bit like a joy buzzer, although I'm not sure how clearly we'll be able to see it. Maybe if we've closed in, so that we see both the Joker and Mitchum in half-figure shot here, then we'll be able to get a good clear shot of the device in the Joker's right palm. As I said, it's like a joy buzzer, except for the fact that it has a short but wickedly sharp needle protruding from its centra. The Joker is maybe even in the process of removing the device with the careful fingers of his other hand. His face looks old and incredibly evil. Mitchum, over towards the left, sits on his odd-looking mechanical ride in an uncomfortably cramped-looking position, facing away from us. As the Joker speaks...
There's no telling when your description is going to end, so I need you to stop for a second, yeah? Yeah, I just realized that is actually my writer down here in the chat, Odin. Yeah, look at this, Odin. Look at Alan Moore's mad ramblings that are just like long walls of text to describe the most mundane things in the world.
Yeah, show him all these walls of text. And Odin, know that this is for 12 pages of comic content.
Yeah, this is world-renowned writer Alan Moore. And I swear, don't ever do anything like this to me, Odin. This is just horrible. This is him describing... There was like the first 4 pages described the 1 page of the comic. Like, look at this horrible, there's like lines upon lines of letters and jumbled up nonsense. He is insane. It's madness.
There are 39 pages of fucking script.
Yeah, 39 script pages for 12 pages of comic book is what we have here. It's absolutely madness. I appreciate you so much right now, man. Back to the comic book. Somebody's supposed to be reading. I gotta
find where we were.
Oh, right.
As the Joker speaks, he is smiling softly to himself, and indeed talking more to himself than Mitchum.
I'm guessing it's not the even then.
Yeah, not even really looking at the seated and motionless man, Joker.
Indeed, it is. Naturally, I won't be paying you anything. My colleagues persuaded your partner to sign the necessary documents just over an hour ago. The property's already mine. You're happy with that, I take it?
Page 9, panel 4, page 30 of script.
Now we have a side-on shot with the back of Mitchum and the ride that he's on over on the extreme right of the panel, with both Mitchum's face and the face of the mechanical critter he's riding off panel here. The Joker is turned in profile so that he's facing towards the left of the panel. starting to walk away from the man sitting there with his knees up on the ghastly little rocking device. As he steps away, the Joker is carefully dropping the little spiked joy buzzer onto an interior pocket of his coat, completely without comment.
Fuck you, he's throwing it away.
His smile is small and satisfied and quiet. Behind him, Mitchum doesn't move. Joker?
I can see that you are. I'm so glad. You know, when you see the improvements I have planned for this place, I guarantee you'll be absolutely speechless. And, incidentally, that's a lifetime guarantee.
Panel 5. Now, the Joker is walking towards us through the mud of the abandoned carnival's midway, so close to us here that his head and shoulders are off panel above, from whence his voice balloon issues. Looking beyond him, we see Mitchum, still seated in the same cramped and ungainly position on his ride, still facing away from us. He hasn't moved! Joker.
Scroll down.
No, it's that panel there, isn't it?
No, it's the bottom left one.
Well, I must dash.
Oh, okay.
Well, I must dash. There's equipment
That's
to
not
hire,
bad.
plus workers will suit the general tone of the establishment. And then, of course, I've yet to secure my main attraction. Do feel free to stick around. Toodles!
Does it say Toodles?
No,
Nope.
I just feel like that's right there.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
ad-libbing.
He would say that.
Yeah,
All right.
It's madness. Human sacrifice. Dogs and cats are living together. Mass hysteria.
For real.
Tell them about the Twinkie.
Tell him about the Twinkie.
In this final panel, by the way, 31 pages of script.
Yeah, look, hold on, though, yeah?
What?
Hold on. Close up of the guy's face with the big Joker grin. You know, he's now been infected by Joker toxin. Have Joker walking away in the background. That's all you need.
Yeah, that's all it had
Now
to
let's-
say.
Now let's hear what he actually writes. Because I had that figured out from the second I looked at it. It's like, oh yeah, of course, that's what that is, right? No, duh.
In this final panel, over on the left, we are looking at Bishop from fairly close up
No, I think.
as he sits facing us astride his chipped and peeling cartoon animal. His mouth is contorted into a horrible rictus, the corners pulling up to the cheeks and the lips peeling away from the clenched and grinned-in teeth. A single trickle of blood escapes the corner of Mitchum's mouth and dribbles down his chin, issuing from a point within his mouth where his back teeth have bitten through his tongue as the jaws locked together. Despite the ghastly smile, Mitchum's glazing eyes stare out at us, filled with an abominable look of pain and surprise and frozen terror, sitting there pathetically upon his ride, stone cold dead. Looking beyond Mitchum's ghastly and grinning dead face in the foreground, we can see the Joker from the rear, full figure, as he strolls casually into the background. As he goes, he settles his hat onto his head and perhaps twirls the cane jauntily. In the foreground,
wastes
the
so much time.
horrified eyes of the dead man stare out at us from a grinning face that is already starting to drain of color. No dialogue.
Yeah, read this one, Ellie. This comment.
A robust rictus grin, like the Grinch, as he readily carves the roast beast.
Wow. That's actually impressive. Good job.
Thank you.
I couldn't say that if I tried.
It's too many R's.
Yeah.
Like you struggle
many
with one
hard
at a
Rs.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still R.
Page 31 of script, page 10 of comic.
All right, we can finally change pages.
No dialogue.
No!
No dialogue.
No dialogue,
you-
no dialogue, no dialogue.
ready?
Just no dialogue.
Now we cut suddenly
fun.
across to the Batcave to check
Oh,
up
that's
on
old
what the
school.
Batman is doing
Yeah, I
since
love that
discovering
one.
the Joker's absence from the asylum. As far as our treatment of the Batcave goes, I figure we should follow the same general guidelines as we have in our approach to the Batmobile and to Batman himself. In other words, I reckon we should try to make it a sort of timeless and idealized version of what we think the Batcave ought to look like. As I see it, it's very big and very strangely lit, and there are maybe places where the stalagmites have grown up into the descending stalactites to form pillars of oddly contoured, oh my god, limestone. Although there are weird coral-like outcroppings of accumulated bat guano here and also there. The ceiling is uneven, higher in some places than others because it's a cave, Alan, and bats wheel about the highest chambers. As far as the
actual... Like, yeah, I'm not doing any of that. I'm not doing any of that at all.
Of the Batcave's fittings goes, I reckon we've got to include the Tyrannosaur and the giant penny and whatever else you can remember. And I'd like a few props that really strike a strong nostalgic chord for the Batman of the 50s and early 60s. As an example, perhaps somewhere we could see a standing board with a display of various different types of Batarang attached to it. Parentheses. I think there was Eve, a story in which the various disparate Batarange were detailed. If Len could dig it out for you, I think it was reprinted in one of the annuals. Close parentheses. Other nostalgic touches might include a shot of old-fashioned box files and a microscope, along with the Batboat or whatever else you feel like drawing. Contrasted with this nostalgia, there is at least one large and ultra-sophisticated arrangement of giant computer screens that is probably more advanced than a lot of the stuff we've previously seen in the Batcave, just to preserve the sense of anachronism that we're after. In this first panel that I'm still talking about,
This guy loves to hear his own voice, honestly. What the fuck?
On the left, we can see the Batman's black-finned gauntlet holding one of the Joker cards that we last saw on the fold-down table at Arkham Asylum. Do you remember 30 pages ago? With the Jerry Robbins original Joker design on them. The white grinning face staring out at the panel at us from the card is positioned so that it echoes the pale and grinning face of the poisoned Mitchum in the last panel on page 9. I'm a genius. Looking beyond this, we get a good, clear, establishing shot of the Batcave stretching away from us with all its shadowy marvels on display. Can I say marvels? This is DC! In the foreground, the off-panel Batman holds the playing card steadily as he stares down into the depraved and blanched eyes of the clown on the pasteboard surface. No dialogue!
Some person says you forgot to breathe, Ellie.
Breathing is for mortals.
But hold on, that's just the first panel, right?
Yes.
I could leave. God. I could literally leave for 20 minutes, come back, and you wouldn't even know I was gone.
I've been playing a mobile game this whole time.
Too. What the fuck? Michael, you're not allowed to, just because you can.
I saw this page, no dialogue. I came over here and started playing a mobile game, and I'm just listening right now.
Well, you're going to have to take over, because I'm going to be back in a second. I got to go grab my dinner.
Oh, well, shit. Hey, everybody, how's it going? Chris, welcome to the chat. What up?
He did not really say I'm a genius. I'm including some stuff so that I don't go insane.
You're editorializing.
Yeah, I'm doing a little of that, but I'm keeping as much as of the real thing as possible, which is why every once in a while I say a word wrong because I'm reading it how it's spelled.
Odin, if you get everybody to do it, then that's communism. He's saying I should play Helldivers and fight for democracy. But if you get everybody to play Helldivers, then nobody plays Helldivers. It's just what they do.
What I just read is the first panel.
Just
that's the Batcave with all the fancy
close
shit
up of Batman's hand holding Joker card in Batcave.
Oh, I guess there are stalactites and stalagmites in the background. I guess. And a big, like, there's a bunch of equipment. But, like, there's none of the stuff he talked about. I guess that comes later, obviously. There's the T-Rex down there. But, like, what?
Oh, yeah, he just wanted to get all the greatest hits of the Batcave out in one fucking go.
Why?
I don't know. Is that okay? Panel 2 here. I don't know if you're looking at the stream, but is that not the most boring card back you've ever seen?
I mean, it's definitely not a naked lady.
Well, it's not even like a bicycle, you know.
But he asked for a specific card type, so maybe that card is just really boring.
Maybe Bellen's mind melted after having read the script and just put on a goddamn chicken wire fence on the back of the card just because.
He's like, whatever. I've already sat here reading about hands and puddles, and half the time his descriptions of where things are in the panels is insane. He's like, they're looking over here from this angle, from below onto the side. Like, what does reality look like to this guy? Like, when he looks around him, how is space designed to him? For real. Don't question Alan Moore's genius. Odin, I am questioning it.
No, I will. Don't question Alan Moore's genius. I refuse to question something I have no demonstrable evidence of it existing.
I deny his genius even. Like, he is just a freaking, like, okay. He could definitely have a serious discussion about being maybe less Stephen King like, okay? I'm going to say it. I'm going to put it out there.
He has kingish tendencies.
He does. Stephen Kingish tendencies.
Well, okay. I will say this for like early King, that on coke King, that like when he set a scene, he set a goddamn scene. You like, you felt you were there. It was
better than now King, like, but that's
by miles.
That's a lot of famous people were better when they were on drugs, like, for real. How many panels did Jason miss? No, you missed like 3 pages.
You missed 1 page.
No, he missed like 3 pages. Didn't he?
No, it was all him talking in the... No, wait, no, the flashback. There was the flashback.
Yeah, there was a flashback, and he bought the thing, and then he killed the guy, and now we're in the Batcave.
Yeah, okay, it's been 3 pages. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the 4th page tonight, and we are in this an hour and a half.
And it's page 32 of script out of 39 that we have.
And this is what, page 8 or 9 of comic? I can't quite tell looking at
Bye, Odin.
What I'm seeing. Fine.
Answer my Facebook page, Michael.
What?
Right, not Facebook page. Answer my Facebook message.
Which Michael? Are you talking to Ogden?
Yeah. Okay. I asked him what he felt about the Alexander Netflix.
There that is. Dean finally posted a tweet. God damn it.
Why does it always seem to be me looking at you, you looking at me? I'm sorry, Jason.
I can't follow that up right now. My voice is going.
It's always the same. It's just a shame. That's all.
So Batman's looking at a playing card. What's the word count for that? I think it's over half a page.
The word count. Oh. Do they want to know the word count of these 12 pages of script? Because I could find out.
Your computer
word
will melt.
Count. 16,412 words for these 12 pages of script. By the way. Just FYI.
12,000 words.
16,000.
I'm not counting the 4,000 that are rambling stutters.
And I charge $20 per 1,000 words for editing. So it would be $320 normally, but I would straight up like triple my fee to edit this. Yeah.
I mean, does that count before or after you chop most of the words out?
Before. Absolutely before. Because I still have to read it. I still have to read it.
Without drugs.
Without drugs. And I can't even drink caffeine, really. I can't do anything to cope with this. Good for free, bad for a fee. Yeah, CG Santa, but Dean asked me, so I will. What can I say? I have a soft spot. The chat is being mean to Chris.
I mean, that's just the ongoing saga.
The saga.
Mo has like folders of lore that he has to keep track of. Okay. Respect.
I know. Isn't it crazy?
And that's just Chris.
Who's your favorite Batman, MT?
Oh, like in film or in general?
Overall.
Like a video media or everything? Because
anything.
That is a fucking tough one.
Literally anything.
Kevin Conroy was like the definitive Batman of my generation and like kind of defined him for everything after. Like that version was itself kind of defined by the 89 Batman a little bit in its design elements and stuff, like Gothic, Gotham, all of that stuff. But yeah, I got to go with Kevin Conroy.
Jason agrees. I like Kevin Conroy a lot, but I'm a chick and they made Christian Bale Batman for me. I'm under no illusions.
Age, that sounds about right.
I'm under no illusions. Christian Bale Batman was made for me.
But I honestly, I wish Ben Affleck had gotten better writing and direction, is what it comes down to. Like he would have, like if he got to contribute more to the character than being forced what was given to him, I think that Batman would have been baller.
You think?
I do. Like there were elements of it there already.
I didn't like his Batman. He looked fat.
I mean, the armored suit is supposed to look that way.
Yeah, but he looked fat in it. Like his face looked fat. I was like, why is Batman like a friggin' middle-aged fatty?
Clooney would have been awesome under a better director. Maybe. I mean, yeah, Schumacher's not the way to go there, but...
I'm back. Are we still in panel 2?
We were waiting for you.
Oh my god, why?
Because you can't escape this.
Fine. Everybody,
hey, Herschel, how's it going? We are on page what of the script, Allie?
We are on page freaking 31 of script.
Out of 39?
Of comic. Of 39 that we have for 12 pages.
Holy shit. Well, do I need to move the comic book at all, or are we still in these first 3 panels?
No, she just ended
we're
the
at panel
description of
1.
the first panel.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, go. Continue.
Okay.
Hi, Ryan.
Ryan Cardinal, the creative native. What up?
What's up, Herschel?
We change angles and also dip down a bit so that we're looking up slightly. We're round the front of Batman now as he stands there in the Batcave, staring pensively and grimly at the playing card he holds before him. He is still wearing his hood, cape, and complete Batman gear, despite being totally alone, and his expression is very serious and solemn and dark and thoughtful as he
What's up,
is.
Devious?
As previously mentioned, Batman. In the foreground, we can see that the Batman is standing beside
Oh, hey. Sorry.
a lowish table or work surface upon which a framed picture is standing in a prop-up frame. We can only see a little of the back of said picture here towards the foreground. Looking up past it, we see the Batman as he looks down at the card in his hand, expression troubled and shadowy. No dialogue.
Yeah, okay. Draw, Batman looking at the card now. Like, just spin the camera around and show Batman in the back of the card. Thanks.
And then he's like, draw the Watchmen in the background. Oh, no, wait, never mind. That's not.
What?
That's the wrong book.
What? Different book, yeah.
It reminded me of the part of the Watchmen where they're all standing there taking a picture.
Right, yeah. It is very reminiscent of that photo.
Yeah. Did Watchmen come before or after this?
I don't know. When was the Watchmen originally written? I have no idea.
I do not remember. Killing Joke is 1988. Let me double check here.
I was 1 year old and Dean wasn't even born.
Yep. I was but a glimmer in my father's eye.
1985 for Watchmen.
Yeah. So this is after Watchmen. Yeah.
We were eggs.
Damn it.
We weren't even sperms yet. We were just eggs.
And with another fucking timely response from goddamn whatever this is called, Copilot. Watchmen, the groundbreaking graphic novel, was created by writer Alan Moore and artist David Gibbons. It first appeared in the 1985 issue of DC Spotlight, which was a special 50th anniversary publication. Subsequently, it was published as a 12-issue maxi series by DC Comics, with cover dates spanning from September 1986 to October 1987. This iconic work has left an indelible mark on the world of comics, blending intricate storytelling, political commentary, and deconstruction of the superhero genre.
Boo!
Two of those things are probably the biggest flaws in my in
Ryan,
my eyes. But yeah,
we weren't even ball juice yet, but we were eggs. All right, next panel.
We're
now
not eggs
we have
before ball juice. What?
Yes,
there's
because
an H
eggs,
in that, Oz.
Eggs are always there because
Men don't have eggs.
Yeah, I know, Dean. Women
and
have eggs.
I doubt my mum's egg from 1988 was the same egg that Dean as ball juice swam into.
I know.
No. Women only have so many eggs. They're only allotted so many.
It's all the same eggs. Some of them they do make some new ones over time, but men don't keep all the same sperms.
But I was never
new ones every time.
You were 2-part egg. You were egg and sperms.
I was never the egg. I was the sperm.
Dean, you're both.
We didn't teach you how babies were made, Ellie.
Who taught you biology? Are you trans?
Are you trans?
We're both
when a daddy
egg and
loves
sperm.
a mommy.
We're both egg and sperm.
We was eggs.
We're both egg and sperm.
It takes both to create the whole human, yes.
Yeah, but the baby was the sperm before it. Like, I was never the egg. I had to race all of my potential brothers and sisters to the egg.
I mean,
you weren't even ball juice yet, though. You weren't ball juice for another 5 years.
No, I was born in 1990. What?
Yeah, so from 85, you weren't ball juice yet. You were created like that week as the ball juice part, but your egg was already there.
Right.
Expels 3 times a day. Those are rookie numbers. You got to bring those numbers up.
Oh, poor Dragon Pisces.
Like and subscribe for ball juice.
Anyway, let's keep going.
Yeah. Do let's.
Now, we have a close-up of the Batman's finned glove as he lays the card down upon the work surface or table in front of the framed picture, which we can now see the front of in its entirety. The picture is basically a duplicate of the pinup that appeared on the back of the very first Giant Batman annual, with the entire Batman family as was standing there and smiling at us, including Batwoman and the original Batgirl, Ace the Bathound. Bathound.
Yeah.
For ball juice. Check out the
And
Embrace
Batmite and good old chubby cheeks Robin. I figure it will look really hanging and incongruous in the strange and dark atmosphere that we're setting up here. As Batman snaps the card down onto the table/work surface, the small sound effect issues from it just to emphasize the silence of the rest of the page. Small effects, card being placed down. Snap.
FNAP.
Yeah.
All right.
Panel 4. Now, we pull right back from a long shot so that we see the Batman full figure as he walks across the Batcave towards the giant array of computer screens mentioned earlier, of which we can probably see only a little of, looming up impressively over on the right. In contrast to this, maybe this would be the best place to show the dinosaur sculpture towards the background, just to contrast the antique beast with the ultra-modern stylishness of the sleek and weirdly designed computer setup. As the Batman walks silently and purposefully across the cave towards the arrangement of giant screens, we can see that he is pulling one of his black gauntlets off as he walks. Appended to the screen system, whether it's visible here or not, there is a smaller monitor screen with a swivel chair set in front of it. No dialogue!
Yeah, no, there's half of that's not there. But I want to just point out what Michael just said. What the fuck are you talking about, Michael?
Oh, did you see Herschel's response? Or original?
No,
I will never forgive you guys for giving me the mental image of fucking ball juice. And if you think that's bad, wait till you find out that almonds, soybeans, and oats have tits.
Oh.
Artist, draw dinosaur. Got it.
But what are you talking about? Almonds and soybeans and oats have tits.
I see it in the stores all the time. Almond milk, soy milk, oat milk.
Sign up for Oak Tits, a ghost within a body wearing a suit of goats.
Where does milk come from? Tits.
Tits.
That is all.
Sign up for Oak Tits, a ghost within a body wearing a suit of ghosts. Robin, his cheeks puffy with ball juice.
No, Mo, shut up.
Artist, draw dinosaur, got it.
The antique beast is one of Dean's sexiest moves.
Yeah.
I will file that away. For future reference. Okay.
But look at the penny from the penny plunderer.
He did say to put the penny in there.
What a piece of shit villain.
Like 5 pages ago, he said put a penny in there.
But somebody did point out, Dragon Pisces pointed out, how the fuck is Batman's shadow up above the bank of computers?
Magic.
Like, I know we're riffing on Alan here, but Bellend, you got some explaining to do on a couple of these panels, okay?
Yeah, no, I like this guy. He's just like, fuck it. Fuck you, Alan Moore, and fuck this job.
Man, motherfucker had reference for that oscillator right there, though.
Yeah, he must have a lit up floor for the shadow to be up there in the first place.
Maybe he does.
Interesting.
Mo says, what about nut milk? Surely that comes from somewhere else.
Nope.
It comes from exactly where you think it does.
Yeah.
All right. Panel 5.
Nowhere else.
Now, another close-up of the Batman's hand, ungloved now, as he punches out a program on the keyboard immediately beneath the small monitor screen. On the monitor screen, the following words become visible. Joker, classification Delta O2 print file enlargement all screens. The Batman's removed glove lies near the console. No dialogue. That's probably the shortest description of any panel in this whole book.
Yeah, and it was still too long, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't read that whole last sentence. Yeah.
Next panel.
I like this last panel a lot.
Oh, yeah. Now a bigger panel, showing a view of the Batman from the back as he stands there with his back to us. Obviously. Immediately behind the empty chair in front of the monitor screen, he is looking up at the huge computer screens that dominate the picture. There are several of them, constantly changing, and their light floods the entire visible area of the Batcave, throwing the standing figure of the Batman into sharp silhouette as he stands there with his hand resting on the chair back, studying the screens above him. Some of the screens show different shots of the Joker, taken at various points during his past. Some screens show merely enlargements of printed pages of personal details. Amongst the details that we can see here are real name unknown, followed by age unknown, and relatives unknown. The Batman is quite a small figure down the bottom of the picture, with the giant screams dominating the image. No dialogue.
They have to, Dragon.
The chat's got some very interesting questions. Do nuts have boobs?
They have to.
11.
They must, because otherwise, what is nut milk? And Jason wants to know, what do you think more intended with the typing hand being now ungloved?
Nothing.
No, it's got to be symbolic. Symbolism.
Nut milk comes from a massive dick with nipples, like a mommy wiener dog.
Screens. Okay.
Wow. Draw Joker on some screens. Okay. Yeah, exactly. I do appreciate like the different Jokers, you know?
The Brave and the Bold down in the corner, and
yeah, classic cartoon Batman. I used to have those on VHS when I was a little kid.
What's that eyeball thing?
What eyeball thing?
Oh, it's a penguin thing.
Hmm?
Yeah, those are batarangs. Those are batarangs.
Oh, they're batarangs, and then the penguin and his hat on top of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Eyeball thing. They do look like eyeballs. No, I can't unsee that.
Eyeballs.
They look like eyebrows.
Crap.
Like eyelashes.
Hold on. I'll be right back.
Okay.
What's that duck up in the corner?
What duck? What are you fucking talking about?
Up there in the corner. What the fuck is that? It's
I don't know.
Wearing
headphones. But yeah, Mo, look at this photo here. On Batman's shoulder, Batmite was included. Like, he just did that.
Oh, God. How tight can you zoom in on this? No, I want to see this whole picture.
This is as far as I can zoom in. Oh, no, I can go further. 400. There we go. There you go. See, Batmite is, in fact, included. Who's that? Is that, like, Batwoman's original design? Is that what that is? I don't really... And who are these? Like, who's this guy? That's Alfred. Who's this?
That's Alfred, yeah. I fucking don't know.
It's Alfred's gay lover. It's Lucius Fox in the 60s, I guess. And he even got a little Bob Kane signature down there. Bob Kane.
And Ace the Bat Hound.
Yeah. Bath Hound. Anyway, let me zoom back out now. There we go.
Oh, yeah. I don't think I could take this too much if it was in like that.
Oh, it's Jim Gordon.
Oh,
I didn't recognize him without his mustache. I did not recognize him without his mustache. It's weird.
So,
was Jim Gordon ever actually shaved?
I believe he has, actually, yeah.
Interesting. I mean, other than that time that he was Batman. Remember when he was Batman? I've got all those books.
Superman was Batman for a bit.
I do remember that. But there's a whole run of comics here where the police of Gotham take over because Bruce Wayne is thought to be dead. And they make, like, you know, corporatized police versions of Batman. And you got Jim Gordon with his armored suit. Does anyone remember that?
Fucking
I feel like I'm the only person in the world
dude.
who remembers that shit. But anyway, there was this villain in that story, right? Who's, like, I don't think he's ever returned since, right? But he's only ever faced Jim Gordon's Batman. He never really got to fight Bruce Wayne's Batman other than the very end of that one story, right? But my point is, everyone hated Bloom. I actually liked him. I thought he was creepy as fuck. He was like Slender Man in a weird mask with a flower on it. He was an absolute creep. He creeped me out, man, for real. But I remember everybody hating on it at the time. Look up Mr. Bloom. Tell me what you think. But yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't much of a DC comic guy.
I've always been DC over Marvel, man. Dear Frankie, I must apologize for I am stuck in quicksand. I must be late for tonight's dinner and apologize for me having the handwriting of sperm. What? He had a gay haircut too. Yeah, he like shaved his head and shit. Honestly, the bunny mech thing was crap. Like, I really didn't like the bunny mech thing, but I did like Jim Gordon's bat suit because it was like all black and it just had the yellow bat symbol on his chest. Okay, I'll get Ellie to read that soon.
What's
when
for
she comes
Ellie?
back. This comment, you have to read this comment.
Okay. In the voice?
But yeah, Mr. Bloom was in the voice. All of them are in the voice. But Mr. Bloom was super creepy. He was like Slender Man or something. He was barely human.
Yeah. It's like Slender Man in a body stocking instead of
a
suit. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
With a flower on his face that has a mouth in it.
Yeah, the flower is like, at first I thought it was just part of his mask, but it actually moves around and everything. Like it's like alive and it comes off of his mask half the time, like, you know, the ends of the petals and shit. So it's like he's got a real flower stuck to his face. But yeah, everybody hated that run so much that like they hated the mechanical Batman. They hated the big robot suit and everything. They all hated that so much that you never hear anybody talk about Mr. Bloom at all. And I thought Mr. Bloom was super fucking creepy. But yeah.
Dear Frankie, I must apologize for I am stuck in quicksand. I must be late for tonight's dinner and apologize for me having the handwriting of a sperm.
Thank you, Ellie.
Thank you. And you're welcome.
It is better writing than Alan Moore.
If you keep doing this enough, you'll have like enough vocal stuff to have like an AI prompt of Allie as this.
Yeah, we could just get British Allie. Check out iBatman in DC's Ellie. iBatman, is that like robot Batman? Is that what that is? Just because like iRobot? Is that what I'll check it out. I've actually never heard of that. A Batman I've never heard of. How intriguing. We're on the next page, aren't we?
We're on page 11 of comic. Page 34 of script.
Still no dialogue. There's a lot of panels with no dialogue. I wonder if we could get away with this. Just no dialogue.
Now, over on the left, maybe we can just see a little of the Batman visible entering the panel from off-pick on the left, right up in the foreground. Maybe just his hands or something as he stands there contemplating the screens, which we can see a little of over on the right. On the part of the screen that we can see are the words, or that we can see here are the words, place of birth unknown, followed by activities prior to commencement of criminal record unknown. Looking between the Batman on one side of the picture and the computer on the other, we can perhaps see a long and winding flight of stone stairs that lead down into the Batcave from a point high up on one side of the sheer walls. At the top of the stairs, there is the open rectangle of a door, with yellow electric light shining through it from beyond. Standing framed in the doorway, poised at the top of the steps and about to descend, we see the silhouette of Alfred, holding a tray. This tiny image, really the focus of this particular panel. No dialogue!
You should see how much of this, like, you know, the text that was supposed to be on the screen, all you get is UNK from unknown. Like, it doesn't even have that whole word in there. You don't get any of the other dialogue that he wanted in there.
Wow. Amazing.
Also, John says, Allie not streaming with Rini for this with a cry face. That's hurtful, John. You're very hurtful.
So, on Friday is going to be both the world building with Allie and Rainey stream combined with the Fiendish 2.5 closeout. So it's a special.
Ooh. Yeah, John.
Yeah. And I'll drink a little or something for it, maybe.
Drunk Ellie is hilarious.
Now, Panel 2. Now we zoom right in upon Alfred so that we see him half figure to head and shoulders as he stands there at the top of the steps with the light behind him looking down on his master, alone in the shadows of the Batcave. As he gazes down at the man beneath him, Alfred's expression is at once concerned and pitying, no dialogue.
Yeah, we got that. That's basically what you get.
Page 35.
Not many shadows, though. It really is well lit.
Of script.
God.
Panel 3. Now a shot from above, looking down on Alfred as he starts to descend the stone stairs towards the main body of the cave below, still carrying the tray upon which I should mention is a small silver teapot and a teacup, along with a plate of club sandwiches, close parentheses, as he delivers his mater's supper. Looking down upon Alfred, we see the main body of the cave below us, with the Batman still standing, staring up at the computer screens, fairly small beneath us. We can see that as he stands there, he has his hands up and is starting to pull back the pointy-eared hood from off the top of his head, obviously revealing the face beneath, even though we won't be able to see it from this distance. No dialogue. Every time he says no dialogue, I want to punch him.
I mean, I feel like, saying no dialogue is, like, it's exactly what we've been talking about the whole time, you know? Like, he just likes to say things that are completely pointless, and he rambles on a lot. You can just have nothing there at all, and people are going to go, okay, no dialogue. Yeah, cool. Like, that's what that is. You know, you just have nothing. You don't need
Alfred
to specify
walks
that
down
it's
the
no
stairs
dialogue.
as Batman looks at the screens.
Yeah. Batman off in the background, you know, like looking down at, like, that's how most artists would draw it anyway.
Yeah. Panel 4.
Alfred, where's the meatloaf?
Alfred, where's the meatloaf?
Now Alfred has reached the bottom of the stone stairs and is walking away from us across the floor of the Batcave proper towards the figure of the Batman, who stands with his back turned towards us in the middle ground, still staring up at the screen. All we can see on the portion of the giant screens that is exposed here are the words unknown, 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 arranged in a column on the right of the screen. As the Batman stands there, he has his hood completely off, so that it hangs down his back with the ears pointing downwards and the eyes empty. We still cannot see Bruce Wayne's face here. He doesn't look around as he hears Alfred approaching. No dialogue.
Word jerking.
I got caught on the his mask is hanging down his back with the ears pointed downwards. Could you imagine if the mask was hanging down his back but the ears were pointed upwards?
I know.
So that goes without saying, Ellen.
Yeah, he says things that don't need to be said.
They're super unnecessary, and you don't need to mention that, man, at all. But fine, whatever.
Unknown.
Yeah, it's called word jerking. Yeah.
Yeah, well, it sucks. Now we change angles so that we see Bruce from the front, head and shoulders, knees and toes. That's not his face unmasked is lit by the harsh brilliance of the off-panel computer screens. It is a strangely wide-boned face, the eyes set deep and far apart, and the jaw almost square. The eyes are dark and unblinking because it's a comic. And
you really don't need to describe what Bruce Wayne looks like, yeah? Like, we know who Bruce Wayne is. We know who Batman is. You don't need to go into these descriptions of, like, his cheeks and his jaw and his fucking eyes and shit like that. Like, without all of that, he would have drawn Batman looking like this regardless, because that's what Batman looks like.
Batman is Bruce Wayne?
Yes, Erica.
On the thin lips is grim as he stares up at the off-panel screen through steely and slitted eyes. The Batman is absently pulling his remaining glove off. Behind him, we see Alfred placing the tray upon a convenient worktop, glancing anxiously across at his master's back with a concerned expression as he does so. Bruce doesn't look round. Alfred. Who's Alfred?
Who can be Alfred? Who does a better Alfred? Let's both try, all right?
Okay. Wait, are you doing Gaysian Alfred or normal Alfred?
No, just British accent. Like British Alfred.
I was going to say, Jim's probably the closest.
No, I'm terrible at accents. Like, I can't even do my own accent properly half the time. Your refreshment, sir.
He can only do an American Southern accent.
That is true. Your refreshments, sir. Master Bruce, is there anything further I can assist with, or will that be all? That's what Alfred sounds like now.
I like Southern Alfred. I like it. Panel
J Dollar.
We're at page 36 of script.
My cocaine, Alfred.
Right.
Now we see both men full figure, with Bruce still standing staring up at the screens with a dark and troubled expression, while Alfred stands behind him. Alfred is helping to remove Bruce's cloak from his shoulders in a manservantly fashion. Bruce doesn't look round at Alfred as he does this, but continues talking and gazing up at the screen, partly visible over to the right, on which we can just see a part of the bottom of the Joker's face, maybe seen at an obscuring and distorting angle here. The Batman.
No, that's all. I've been trying to figure out what he intends to do. It's almost impossible. I don't know him, Alfred. All these years, and I don't know who he is any more than he knows who I am.
We're on page 11. Panel 7.
Yeah.
It's the
These
final
panels
panel.
are like, they're still way too long in the descriptions, right? But he's condensed it down ever since we got to the Batcave, you know, without any puddles or anything. He seems far less interested in describing the surrounding area.
Dragon Pisces said you sound like that gay man from Family Guy.
The far south.
Alfred, what are these white streaks on your gloves, sir?
Huh.
Yeah, remember? Because of the makeup, the thing that happened 2 pages but 20 pages ago.
Yes, yeah.
Don't ask questions, Alfred. Just clean them.
The thing, if we were just reading the comic book, it would have been fresh in our minds. But because we're reading the script, it's literally yesterday.
Yeah. All right.
Thanks, Alan.
Bring
it to me now.
In this final panel, Alfred has turned away from his master and is now leaving. He walks towards us in maybe a 1/2 to 3/4 figure shot over on the right of the picture in the foreground. As he walks, he is carrying the cape and mask of the Batman costume over his arm, where it dangles eerily. As he walks towards us, he cannot help darting an anxious look back over his shoulder towards the solitary figure who stands in the near background, full figure, gazing up at the giant screens. On the giant screen that we can see here, the whole image area is filled with a close-up of the Joker's grinning red lips and equine teeth, enlarged here to horrific proportions. Bruce stands in front of these huge lips, staring up at them and facing away from us. He is no longer wearing gloves, cape, or mask. Just the basic gray uniform, black trunks, and black boots. He perhaps stands with his hands folded in front of him as he looks up pensively into the smile of his enemy, lit eerily from the front by the bright radiance issuing from the screen. The Batman.
How can two people hate each other so much without knowing each other?
Okay, but look what it says in the script.
Jason Black is like, equine means horse.
Yes, Jason. Alan Moore on this panel nailed it. Look at what the script says there.
I can't. It's not up. I am powerless here.
Okay, we got the script up. What? How can two people hate so much without knowing each other? That is one of the scripts that were ever written. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, you can go back.
Okay,
we're on page 12.
Right? Sweet.
Which
next.
Is
final page of this script.
The final page of the preview, yeah.
Final page of the comic, but page 36 of script.
Holy
out of
fuck.
39.
So wait.
3 pages of...
Yeah. I just did that math in my head too, Michael. There's 3 pages of writing for this one page, is what you're telling me.
There's a half a page per fucking panel.
God,
and God knows he's going to top load the first one.
I wonder how long the rape scene is in the actual script.
Rumble Roo says, I could be your Angle or your devil.
How can two people hate so much without knowing each other? Maybe Moore never met the artist. They did meet, and that's why they're not friends. All right, panel 1. Now,
Alan Moore looks like he smells.
Now he cuts to the house or apartment of Commissioner James Gordon. It is the same night, and Gordon is enjoying a quiet evening in the company of his devoted daughter, Barbara. In this first panel, all we can see of Gordon are his hands as we look down at them through his eyes as he sits there in a comfortable armchair, which won't be visible here. Why does he say so many things that you can't even see?
Yeah, I really don't get it.
This won't be seen, but I'm going to tell you about it anyway. You bastard. All we mainly see here
that's why.
Is the front page of the Gotham Examiner, which Gordon is holding in his lap. Parentheses, if there is a more well-known Gotham evening paper, the one Vicky Vale works for instance, then perhaps Len could find out its name and pass it on to you. A Vicky Vale byline on the front page article would help to drag another minor element of the Batman mythos into the story, even if only tenuously. See what you think. Close parentheses. The headline reads, Asylum Security Uproar as Maniac Escapes Again, with a fairly redundant photograph of the Joker's empty cell appended to it. A smaller sub-headline lower down reads, Crime Fighter Unavailable for Comment, right next to a scowling head and shoulders photograph of the Batman. One of Gordon's hands is holding the paper, while his right hand, entering the picture at the bottom right corner, is holding a pair of scissors with which he is apparently going to clip the story from the newspaper his balloons come from off-pick. Gordon?
Yeah, hold on.
Who's Gordon?
Adam, even when they race swap a character, it doesn't retroactively race swap characters from the past. This is Barbara Gordon, and she was black in that movie that got cancelled, remember? So they have race swapped her.
Yep.
The ginger side is real.
Who was Gordon?
Nobody was Gordon yet. This is Gordon's first appearance since the first time.
No. Gordon, I think MT was Gordon, weren't you?
Probably, yeah, because he was talking to himself.
It was supposed to be Wolvo, but he never showed.
And he never even said he wanted to come on. Yeah.
Buck breaking isn't real, Herschel.
Hold on. I'm going to send Wolvo the link right now and see what happens.
He's probably not going to come on, Dean. Alan Moore. Jim Gordon sits pensively, reading the newspaper snippets poised to cut out the front page of the Examiner unseen. Barbara is in kitchen making tea. Yeah, basically. The carpet is pink.
The goddamn pen is blue. Let me pour a drink and I'll throw it if we don't hear anything from Wolvo by a few minutes here.
Yeah, I just sent Wolvo
balloons.
Send it into the game night, so like make a lot of noise in there and he'll
Jason said, just say the article is written by Vicky Vale for fuck's sake.
Right?
I know that he was watching Ethan's stream earlier, but he was watching this one last night, so.
Well, Wolvo's a goddamn traitor then.
He watches like.
Does anybody in the chat want to be? Does anyone in the chat want to be Gordon? I'll send you the link.
If Alan Moore showed up, it would be a bloodbath. Yeah, I would freaking like tear his soul to shreds. I am so pissed at him. While he describes
crimson puddles on the floor.
Yeah, he can describe his own puddles of his own blood as I rip him apart the way that I ripped Greg apart. I would do it.
Fucking cage me in, says Adam Kemba.
Taggy.
Tagay. It's clearly
Santa.
today.
Tagay. Santa wants to come in. He probably would do a good Gordon considering he does Santa.
I'm sending you the link. You are Commissioner Gordon.
Oh my god. So Adam,
what?
Did you know on Spotify they took away a whole bunch of
Nope.
Oh no, his name went away. Dr. Steele's music, like Dr. Steele took away a whole bunch of his music and then replaced it with like new redone versions of his songs, and they all suck.
Who's that? I don't even know who that is.
Sounds like the George Lucas of music.
Dr. Steele is Adam Kember's like picture right there, like that picture he has is of this musician named Dr. Steele.
Yeah, all right. Adam Kember can come in. I've sent him the link if he shows up. He can be Gordon, and then if Wolvo shows up, he can be Barbara.
You have dropped a mental image into my head knowing what comic this is that can never be washed out, and fuck you.
Oh no, poor Wolvo Gordon. Now we wait patiently.
I don't think he'll come in.
While we're waiting, Dean, scan down here on these bottom two panels. The Gordon on the right is not the same man as the Gordon on the left.
Yeah, it is. It's just a different angle.
What is his face doing in the left-hand side?
He's sticking his tongue out while he like cuts and glues newspapers.
Oh, he's arts and craftsy.
Yeah, he's artsy. He's arts and craftsy. Why do like all the smiles look like they've been Jokerized? Like, look at the Barbara.
Why does Barbara look like Rosario Dawson?
He is coming to get Barbara, Shifty. That's the worst part of this whole thing, as we all know.
They're coming to get you, Barbara.
Just have Michael T play Barbara, but he can differentiate by doing his Frog G voice. Hey, Santa!
There he goes.
Let's hear your Commissioner Gordon voice.
Okay, so what are you looking for in a way, Commissioner Gordon here? We're looking because when I've been looking at this, I've been thinking more Jimmy Stewart, but I'm not going anywhere near that.
Well, just give us.
I hate this.
Right.
Okay, not decrepit. There you go.
Whenever we jail him, I think, please God, help him escape him still. Please keep him there. I'm reading it so magnified here.
Wait. Just do your Santa voice.
You want the Santa voice?
Yeah.
Okay. I hate this. Whenever we jail him, we think, please God, keep him there. Then he escapes, and we sit all around hoping he won't do anything. It's too awful this time. I hate it.
That's
you know
Santa?
What? Gordon sounds like Santa.
All right. Let's move on to the second panel.
What is
Adam's
motivation?
Back so that we are now behind Gordon, standing behind his comfy armchair. Oh, we're standing now. And looking down over his shoulder. We can still see the front page of the Up Here as Gordon starts to cut out the clipping. And we can also see that right in front of Gordon's chair, there is a glass coffee table. Standing on the table, there is a past applicator and also an open scrap. Looking past this, we see the rest of the spacious living room, including a door away up a short open plan hall in the background. Walking towards the seated commissioner, full figure, is his daughter Barbara. She is carrying a tray, upon which there are 2 steaming mugs of cocoa, and maybe a packet of some indigenous American cookie. She scolds her father.
What the fuck is an indigenous American cookie?
That's super specific. Is that a thing that he's eaten in real life? And he's just like,
I don't
good,
know.
Right?
I'm just reading what it says.
Is that just like Oreo? Or what the fuck?
No. There are just no cookies here. The artist was like, I don't know what that is, Alan.
Also, the shot is supposed to be, was it? Oh, wait, no, I guess it is right. I guess the shot is from over the shoulder.
Yeah, right.
She scolds her father, smiling with her lips pursed knowingly as she does so. She is about to put the tray down upon the only existing clear space on the coffee table up one end. Barbara.
Who's Barbara?
Dad, just once, could you leave your work at the office and relax? I made you cocoa. Ha, it's not tea. Fuck you.
Thank you, dear. Thank you, sweetheart.
Gordon.
I'll drink it. Hello?
I'm sorry. Sorry, go.
Cool. Thank you, sweetheart. I'll drink it when I've pasted this last clipping in.
Third panel. Change angle now so that we can see just a little of Barbara's front as she bends slightly to place the tray down on the coffee table, carefully avoiding the open scrapbook, although she keeps her eye mindfully on the tray of hot, page 38, beverage. As she puts it down, she continues to talk to her father. Looking past Barbara over on the right and over the glass tabletop, we can see Gordon sitting facing us in the middle ground. He has clipped out the front page item and picked up the past applicator, with which he liberally spreading paste upon the back of the piece of newspaper, perhaps wearing a slightly absurd frown of concentration. He doesn't look at Barbara as she speaks to him. He will regret this later. That's not in there.
That's ominous.
You know, I found that Catwoman scrapbook you said was missing. It was behind the wardrobe. Someday you ought to let me work out a proper filing system like we used at the library.
Nope.
What?
What?
Wait.
Come look at the comic.
Well, that's not in the script. Sorry. It just says
what's in the script?
Panel 3 from over. Page 12, panel 3 from over.
Oh, no. All of that is in panel 2.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Jason says, these are Americans with their indigenous cookies and their freedom.
What the fuck is an indigenous cookie?
Yeah, and Oz said American cookie equals Bob's veg.
Gordon says something too, I think. Doesn't he?
I love vegetables.
Oh, yeah, he does. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, wait, too soon.
Panel 4. Now we change angles again for a shot from overhead. Barbara has straightened up and has picked up her own cup of cocoa as she does so, holding it in one hand. With the other hand, she points reproachfully down at the tabletop, where the commissioner is smoothing the gummed newspaper clipping onto the waiting page of the scrapbook. As Barbara points out, he's used too much glue. Gordon's head is turned to one side, away from Barbara, as if he hears a noise from off-panel. Parentheses. I don't want to use a knock-knock sound effect here, and I figure we can probably get it over with just the picture and the dialogue. If you disagree when you get it drawn up, then call me, and we can work it out. Close parentheses, Barbara.
Look, you used too much paste. It's all squidging under the edges of the clipping. You're going to get it on your pants.
Hey, Jolly Green, welcome.
Barbara, you're Barbara, you're fussier than your mother ever was. Was that the door?
You know,
knock,
I want to
knock.
look at this.
Yes.
Hold on. Look at this panel.
What?
I don't like the shadow placement. I really don't. It bothers me. It feels ominous.
Everything in this comic book feels ominous.
Yes, this is very. I don't want to read this.
Right. Okay.
Which of the Gordons collects African artifacts?
Jim. This is Jim's apartment.
Apparently, Jim. He's
Barbara
very
still
inclusive.
lives at home.
He's very inclusive.
I guess we don't know much about Jim's life.
He collects them from
what are Jim's other interests?
He collects them from all of the various criminals that he arrests.
Scrapbooking, antiquing,
pipe smoking, glue sniffing.
1359.
Yeah.
All right. Number 5. Change angle again. Once more, we are looking through Gordon's eyes as the scrapbook as he holds it up to look at it, opening it to the very first page of all, upon which is pasted a very old and yellowing newspaper clipping. The clipping has a blurry-looking photograph of the Batman in the same posture and costume as Bob Kane originally depicted him in the last panel of the much-reprinted Batman origin story, crouched on a roof, with his cape spreading out in 2 separate wings. The headline of the piece reads,
bat-garbed vigilante critically injures murderer, with a smaller subheadline below that, page 39 finally, reads disfigured homicidal mania in hospital. These clippings relate to the very first recorded appearance of the Joker. Gordon's balloons come from off-panel in the foreground as he comments upon the old and faded clipping. Looking past the paper, we can see Barbara as she walks away from us towards the door, still carrying her mug of cocoa in one hand. We can see the door itself beyond her in the far background. Barbara.
Ellie, Mo says African art was their slave name. Call them Indigenous American cookie.
Oh, okay.
And Jolly Green asks, was Alan Moore Shakespeare? He wishes, Jolly Green. He honestly wishes.
A very angry gay Shakespeare. Barbara.
Yeah, it'll be Colleen from across the street. Tonight's her yoga class. Come on, Dad. Company. Put your scrapbooks away.
Look at this one. Look at this one from the first time they met. What year was that?
The script says tidy your scrapbooks away. Does the comic say put?
Yep.
It says put.
Yeah.
Oh. They
Although
didn't like
weirdly,
tidy.
I will say that font doesn't look quite right in that word bubble. That could be edited.
Ooh.
Why would anybody edit out one word?
Tidy is British sounding.
Yeah, tidy's
It
very
is.
British sounding.
Tidy
It
is
is.
British sounding.
We
yes.
don't say tidy here. That's Brit.
Tidy your scrapbook away.
She sounds like Her Majesty the Queen.
Oh, bugger.
I don't think that I do, because she was much less angry than I'm having.
And
to
Allie
sound.
is alive.
That's
if nothing
true.
else, this script, Herschel says, if nothing else, this script is inspiration. None of us can be this bad. And yeah, that was the original point when we first started bloody what feels like forever ago, was that like we've worked with many writers and artists and stuff in the indie scene, and none of them do this shit that Alan Moore does. Like what he must love he must think that he is just the top shit. He must
thinks he
honestly
is the
love
dog's
every word he
bollocks
ever
for
says.
sure.
Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous.
All right. Sixth panel. Now we can no longer see Gordon at all, since we have panned across to the door where we now see Barbara standing, facing the door in a 3/4 to half figure shot. She is reaching out with one hand and starting to open the door, holding the cup of cocoa in the other hand. As she opens the door, she is glancing back over her shoulder casually as she speaks to her father seated off panel as few paces behind her. She smiles wearily but indulgently. Gordon's balloon issues from off panel behind her as she starts to open the door. Barbara.
Well, I remember you describing the white face and green hair to me when I was a kid. Scared the hell out of me.
I thought you'd be interested.
Yeah, well, I had some interesting nightmares.
The end.
The end.
Yay!
No more script.
And if you want to find out what happens next, you'll have to back it over on Kickstarter.
No.
Boo.
Oh shit!
No,
That's what happens
stop!
next.
Oh, whoa,
Why
what
are
the
you
fuck?
doing that?
Spoilers.
Spoilers? What? What? What?
Boo.
You didn't know who was behind that door, Ellie?
No, I didn't know when it happened.
Yeah,
What
it
really
happens
pisses me
right
off-
in front of Gordon.
What really pisses
I
me off
didn't
is I
know it
don't
was
have a
on
Hawaiian
page
shirt.
freaking 13.
It was on page 13, yeah. Don't forget the cup of cocoa, says Jason Black.
And the shadow was a dead giveaway.
Barbara's Balloon
Yeah, yeah.
buffoonery.
Literal foreshadowing.
Oh, yes.
That's where her shadow of her hand was, where she got
Yep.
shot.
Yep.
Yep.
The artist is a genius.
Yeah, but then it like literally goes into so much silence still. I never realized how silent this book was until
No
now.
dialogue.
No dialogue.
It looks like it really hurts. She's in almost as much pain as I am reading this script.
Yes. Barbara Gordon gets shot and crippled. Ellie most affected.
The most affected, as usual. Forearm shadowing. That's right, Oz.
Yeah, exactly.
This is a brilliant artist. He took what Alan Moore gave him and managed to create something iconic.
No,
yes,
Herschel,
she
that's
did.
what you
Herschel.
think a pussy is.
Yes,
all
she
did.
Pieces. In her front pussy.
In her
opposed
what?
to the back one.
I
mean, they do feel a little different depending on which angle you're hitting them from.
Yeah.
In her belly button.
And that's the story of the Killing Joke.
Yes, she got shot right in the pussy. The gun was built by Donald Trump.
The end.
Yes, Shifty, that's true. That's a true fact. Wait, I thought the one.
What?
Wait, I thought in the Killing Joke, Joker like rapes her and then takes pictures of it, and then shoots her.
He shoots her first.
Of her brutalized body. It's never confirmed, but highly speculated that he raped her.
Yeah, no, he takes photos and everything of the thing, and you can see in the photos that she's naked, but it's a lot of like obscure close-ups and like twisted things. He shows them all to Gordon.
Oh.
To give Gordon his one bad day.
I'm sure I can find it. It's probably near the end of the book, though, to be honest. I'm not going to find it. Don't worry. We'll just go back to that one.
Well, that's all of the script that I have.
They've come a long way.
Mm-hmm. Mo asks, why does she turn into Gail Simone in that one photo there? I don't know.
Prayers. Wait, did I find the rest of the script? Hold on.
No way. If you found the rest of the
No.
Yes. For the content.
Alan Moore's on the naughty list this year. Oh, God.
No, that's the first pages, too. I wonder if the whole script is anywhere out there.
We should try and find it. We could finish
I'm looking for it right now.
We really could finish this. Yeah, Herschel and Mo are both on my side. They say yes. Herschel says, hurt me more.
Hurt me more. I'm a dom now.
Shot, dude.
I'm a dom now, and I'm here to hurt people.
Mistress Ellie.
That's the gayest thing anyone's ever said.
That's what they're called.
I know, but it's stupid.
And how dare you?
Mistress Allie. Fuck off.
But
what do you next you guys are gonna want me to step on you at a con? Shut up.
Ew.
Yeah, no, ew.
Yeah.
Only B-Rose is into that sort of shit.
Wait, which one of you motherfuckers is a feet guy? I remember.
Oh my god, I found the actual script that's not like the oh my god, it's worse than we thought.
What are you talking about?
3 times the text.
So he wrote it on a typewriter because it was the 80s. And I found the freaking scans of the actual script.
So if we got the rest of it, is that what you're telling me?
I don't know, but look.
Let's have a look. Oh god.
I don't think it's the whole thing, but let me zoom in.
Why are you on Tumblr?
Because I did a search and this is where it was.
Tumblr's still a thing?
No, not really. It exists
it's signed.
Still. But all the Tumblr artists actually work at Marvel these days.
It's signed by him.
I believe it.
And the artist.
Cool.
Look at this. It looks even worse from a typewriter because he typed it off kilter.
It is the Diaries of a Madman.
He put the freaking paper in sideways.
Tumblr was great until they ditched the porn, says Shifty. Huh.
Look at this.
Punctuation
Imagine you get this in the mail, and this is page 1.
It's just exhausting to even look at before attempting to read it. You'd need a ruler or something that you could just hold there so you don't lose your space.
Like, wow. It looks even worse because he put every single paper in sideways to the typewriter.
At least this explains why he didn't go back and correct things, and he was just like, "Oh, I should have mentioned this earlier."
Obviously, he couldn't.
Yeah,
it was a typewriter. Like I knew it was a typewriter. But whoever did the like translating onto a computer version did it exactly with all of the misspellings and everything.
Well, yeah, they probably just because you can do that sort of thing in Illustrator or there's one of the Adobe apps. You can just like take a photo of words and then it will just copy those words into a document. So that's probably what they did. I'm pretty sure it's Illustrator, but I might be wrong. Adobe Reader does that too. Just like reads images. Yeah, this is outrageous. Have you got the rest of it though?
39.
And that's the end.
40! That's all! It's got all of it!
Oh, what? We can read the rest of it, but Ellie, can you read that? Like, can you deal with that? Because we can continue.
I'll do anything for you, Dean. But can you guys read it?
I can't. I can barely read that trying to right now. I'm looking at it. And it honestly, it looks so fucked up because it's on a typewriter and it's got all the, like the twisted letters and shit all slightly off kilter.
So this is where we would be, page 13.
Yeah.
Ready?
I actually do want to hear this because it's like when the Joker first shows up.
Save it so I don't have to find it again.
Yes, suffer more, Ellie. Osgrave says
we are now
more.
Suffer
more bubbles.
More.
We are now behind Barbara as she opens the door wide so that we are looking over her shoulder and we can see the back of her head as she opens the door.
What?
This is amazing. We found the rest of it.
Yeah, you're welcome, Dean.
Standing on the other side of the threshold is the Joker. He can be dressed however you please. Parentheses, since he has to have a camera later in the scene, perhaps some loud and ghastly tourist gear would look appropriate, with the Hawaiian shirt and Bermuda shorts and the camera slung round the neck. If that doesn't look any good, then dress him how you please and feel free to put the camera somewhere else. But the most immediately noticeable thing about him is that he is holding a Magnum revolver and that he is smiling. His blanched face is hideous, with the blood-red lips pressed together in a terrible smile. The eyes are wrinkled and reptilian and staring. Actually, there should be two large and burly thug henchmen standing somewhere behind the Joker, but it isn't important that we see them here.
Amazing.
If we do, they should only be grey shapes, leaving the Joker himself as the visual focus of the picture, with his lethal smile and his equally lethal gun. No dialogue.
Equally lethal.
Yeah, no, he just straight up drew henchmen behind him. He was like, fuck you, grey shapes. What do you think this is? I am a professional.
Panel 2.
Now, yeah, all you need now is close up on the gun in the Joker's hand.
Now, this is probably going to be his shortest description. It's still too long, but it's his shortest, I think.
Now we have an uncomfortably tight close-up of the gun in the Joker's hand, so that we are looking right up its ugly, gleaming barrel. The gun is a heavy caliber pistol, quite possibly a Magnum, which he said before in the other thing. No dialogue.
No dialogue.
No dialogue.
Now a very tight reaction shot of Barbara's face. She stares out of the
how
panel
tight Barbara is.
at us. Barbara Gordon
and you
getting
can go as
shot
rough as
as
you want
tight.
because you can't feel it anymore.
She
Right?
stares out of the panel at us, and
But-
also presumably at the off-panel Joker with a look of stunned and speechless surprise. She hasn't even had time to look frightened yet. Just blank and incredulous. No dialogue.
Panel 4.
Panel 4.
Full figure shot. The Joker, still smiling, fires the gun. The bullet passes through Barbara's stomach, knocking her backwards as it does so, and emerges through the small of her back in a spray of blood and bone. Her face
We're going to do
convulsing
this whole book, aren't we?
into an agonized screech.
Got the script.
Eyes screwed tight shut, and lips peeled back from her gums as she starts to stumble over backwards in painful slow motion. One of her shoes comes off as the shot knocks her back, almost doubling her completely with the impact, so that one of her legs shoots out and the shoe is kicked loose. The Joker's smile is steady and unblinking. Other than pulling the trigger, he hasn't moved. No dialogue.
Yeah, Joker's barely in this panel. Like
Coco, no!
Ride not the Coco.
Panel 4. Full figure shot. The Joker's still smiling. Oops, I read it already. Panel 5.
Right in the shit tubes.
Still in a full figure shot, Barbara stumbles spastically and nervelessly backwards into the living room, toppling so that she's at an extremely acute angle with the floor, and is about to smash down upon the glass coffee table. In the background, Gordon stiffens with shock in his chair, gripping the arm.
Dad.
He is still holding the scissors, but the scrapbook lies forgotten in his lap as his eyes widen to the spectacle of his suddenly bloody daughter careening back through the room with a trail of blood droplets from her stomach wound still hanging in the air in her wake as she stumbles backwards to emphasize the effect of slow motion that I'm after here. No dialogue.
Not with the good scissors.
Not in front of my scrapbook.
Somebody quickly save the indigenous cookies.
Just because you spilled your cocoa, mine.
Now we're on page 42 of script, which is still page 13.
Wow.
Panel 6.
This is where the trope began, didn't it?
Yeah, isn't this panel 5?
Any character that always falls back has to land into a glass top table.
Yeah, that's an
it's
unwritten
Chekhov's
rule.
coffee table, yes.
Yes, yeah.
Oh, wow. That's fun. Now we show the cataclysmic moment of impact between Barbara and the coffee table. The table shatters under Barbara's weight as she crashes down upon it. She should not have eaten those last few indigenous cookies. Writhing and clutching without effect towards her back, her face still a mask of agony as the shards of smashed glass coffee table fly up in the air all about her. Since this is probably show.
What?
I think it says SHO. Show from the same angle as our last picture. We can see Gordon in the same position in the background. He is just using his hands upon the chair arms to push himself up out of the chair, his eyes starting to bulge in amazed horror and disbelief as he tries to take in what is happening. This entire page takes place in about 2 seconds, no dialogue.
Wow. Beautiful, amazing. Also,
now,
Richard wants to play the coffee table, and he does it brilliantly. Coffee table smash.
Good job.
Truly poetic. Yeah.
There's no SFX for the coffee table. I like that he added those. Thank you. Now he starts every single description with now. Have you noticed that? I have. I'm going insane.
That's a Batman thing,
How
isn't
are
it?
you? Now we are slightly above and behind Gordon, looking down over his shoulder at the smashed figure of his daughter lying, writhing and clutching at herself amidst the smashed ruins of the coffee table, blood all over her dress, and her eyes almost rolled back as she struggles against the pain to retain consciousness. Gordon, from what little we can see of his face, looks completely stunned and shocked. No dialogue. Now we're on page 14. Are we? Is this the next page?
Imagine being the letterer and having to wade through 3 pages of this in order to finally run into a no dialogue.
No dialogue.
Where is Dean? He is far.
I'm right here.
He's
We
far.
cannot hear you.
He's far.
Why? God, I'm
No,
here.
he's
Can
near.
hear you now.
Can you hear me? Can you hear
Cocoa
me?
Cup, shocked by what has transpired, drains its contents out of the frame.
Thank you, Jason. The chat is helping my sanity. I'm tearing my lips a little. I need to put chapstick on. Hold on.
Chap those lips. Barb, please don't worry. It's a psychological complaint.
I'm
What?
not there yet.
Wait, no. She hasn't done this one yet.
I'm not there
Don't
yet.
worry, Barb. We can reinflate you. We can rebuild her. We have the technology.
Robo
We're on page
Barbara.
14, which is page 41 of script.
God,
I think he
there's
did that
so
on
much.
purpose.
It's to be poetic. Yeah, that's why he's been rambling on for so long, was just so that we could get to page 14 of the book and be on page 41 of the script, I'm sure.
On purpose. He's
Yeah,
genius.
on purpose.
I'm convinced of it.
You are
panel
easily swayed and weak-willed.
Now we are
Okay.
looking at Gordon from the front, so that we see him in half figure to head and shoulders as he stands there gaping down in horror at his injured daughter. Somewhere in the foreground, off panel, beneath and in front of him. He is still holding the scissors in one hand, stupidly, and he looks completely unable to take in what has just happened. Entering the living room behind him, we see the Joker, followed by the two heavyset and merciless-looking strong-arm men. The goons are both expressionless. The Joker, as he walks up behind the stunned commissioner, is smiling as he puts his gun away somewhere, depending on what costume you think he should be wearing. The smile is wide and mocking, and the eyes sparkle as they stare at the bereaved-looking Gordon, filled with a ghastly, sick mirth. Gordon.
Barb.
Oh, please, don't worry. It's a psychological complaint, common amongst ex-librarians. You see? She thinks she's a coffee table edition.
That's actually funny.
That is funny.
It gets better in the next panel.
I need oxygen. Okay. Page 42 of the script. Panel 2.
We have changed angles now so that the Joker is half figure up in the foreground. I should have mentioned right back on page 12 that there should be a drinks cabinet visible somewhere in Gordon's living room, but I'm afraid I forgot.
Yeah, you should have goddamn mentioned it, Alan.
It says that, by the way.
Wow.
Jameson's whiskey.
God damn it.
In this panel, the Joker has turned his back upon Gordon and walked over to Gordon's drink cabinet, which is up in the foreground. As he starts to remove the top from a bottle with his long and cunning fingers, he smiles softly and doesn't bother to look around at the distraught police commissioner behind him. Just beyond the Joker, we can see the two thugs. They are very definitely staring at the commissioner, positioning themselves between the commissioner and the Joker as Gordon charges enragedly forwards from the background, clutching the scissors as if to stab the Joker with them. His face is an apoplectic red, and there are tears brimming in his eyes.
Joker.
Mind you, I can't say much for the volume's condition. I mean, there's a hole in the jacket and the spine appears to be damaged.
Ah,
You scum! My daughter! I'll...
Panel 3.
panel 3.
10 years later.
10 years
Also,
later.
Ellie, I don't think you saw this. Rumbleroos like, Ellie reaches to the bedside table and retrieves her lip balm next to the well-worn copy of Anne Rice Vampire Lestat, unseen. No dialogue.
Good dog.
Excuse me. I
What?
don't have a bedside table, and I keep all my books on my bookshelf.
You don't have one night stand?
No, I don't.
The blood around Barbara forms into several, you guessed it, Bellend, you miserable, pathetic hack, puddles.
You bastard. You can dress the puddles however you want.
Why does Wolverine have armor?
Okay.
I think Wolverine looks good.
Whoops. Side-on shot, full figure, with the Joker over on the right, facing calmly away off panel and smiling as he pours himself a measure of drink into a glass goblet. Behind him, more towards the left of the picture, one of the thugs intercepts Gordon by driving a viciously hard fist into the commissioner's stomach, expelling his entire air supply. The thug's face is hard and expressionless and businesslike. Gordon's is a mask of pain. Barbara is just visible, lying on the floor near the Joker's feet and twitching as the thug hits Gordon. The scissors fly from his grasp. Beyond reach, Gordon.
Frankly, she won't be walking off the shelves in that state of repair. In fact, the idea of her walking anywhere seems increasingly remote. But then, that's always a problem with softbacks.
Oh my god. Panel 4. The Joker faces us in the foreground, lifting the glass of liquor up to the light and studying its translucence in a parody of the standard connoisseur's gesture. His mock elegance is balanced by the two thugs, who are beating the shit out of the aging commissioner behind him. One of them is behind Gordon, holding his arms. The other is methodically punching the commissioner in the face, knocking his spectacles off. Here, we see said spectacles go flying through the air. The Joker smiles. Page 43. Joker.
God, these literary discussions are so dry. When you finish with the old boy, you know where to take him. And please, do be careful. After all, he is the topping the bill.
Panel 5. Now, in the foreground, over to the left, we can see the two bruisers dragging the bloodied and unconscious police commissioner off panel towards some unknown destination. Beyond that, the Joker, still with his glass in one hand and his camera visible in plain sight, is squatting down on the floor to talk to the still just conscious Barbara as she sprawls, twitching nervously amongst the shattered fragments of the coffee table. The ruins of Gordon's Joker scrapbook and its accessories strewn all about her as she lies there in a considerable pool of blood, eyes heavy-lidded and brimming with tears of pain, sweat trickling down her brow. As he crouches to speak to her, the Joker smiles. Joker.
You just got to scoot the panel over a bit.
Oh, right. Yeah, sorry. There you go.
You know,
gone somewhere else.
You know, it's such a shame you'll miss your father's debut, Miss Gordon. Sadly, our venue wasn't built with the disabled in mind. But don't worry. I'll take some snapshots to remind him of you.
That's nice.
It's really not.
That's nice of him. What a nice guy.
Photos or it didn't happen.
Hold on. I'm opening some water. Okay.
Right.
Panel 6. Now we have a close-up of Barbara's head and shoulders looking down on her through the Joker's eyes as he crouches by her. She looks half dead, with the cold sweat trickling down her forehead and her eyes hardly able to stay open. She looks as if she's unable to move her body much below the shoulders, lying there motionless and completely helpless, staring up into the eyes of the off-panel Joker. All we can see of the Joker here is one hand, which enters the panel and starts to unbutton the very top of Barbara's shirt. There's nothing she can do about it. It is the Joker's left hand. Barbara.
What? Why are you doing this?
7. Now, a head and shoulders hot of the Joker, looking up at him through Barbara's eyes as he crouches over her. He smiles and lifts his glass to her in a toast. Christ! He, page 44, look evil. The glass is in his right hand, while his other hand reaches down out of the panel towards us in the foreground. Joker.
To prove a point, here's to crime.
Page 15.
That's the Joker, all right.
I feel like Dean is regretting doing this now.
No, because we found the rest of the script. How many pages have we got left now? Because we were so close to the end, and then we found the rest of the script, and I realized that this book is like 40 pages long. So how long? We've got so much more to go. We're going to have to do a part 3.
If I'm doing the math and it was like 36 pages of script for 12 pages of comics, we're looking at probably 120 pages of script.
Holy fuck.
Let me scroll down on here and see. I'll scroll down. Page 60. Page 71.
She's just power scrolling now.
Page 91 is page 29 of comic, by the way.
Holy fuck.
Oh, shit.
We're not getting this done tonight. You know that, right? Like, this is going to be...
Oh, no. Fuck no.
Page 101 of script is page 32 of comic.
Holy shit. Because it's like 48 pages or something. It's like a 65-page book in total, you know, with everything.
Page 128 is page 43.
Yeah, we're getting closer to 150.
Was that it?
128.
Oh, that might have been the last one, yeah.
Is this the end?
Oh my god.
128.
Well, this is going to be a journey, guys.
All the way up at 44.
We're going to be doing this for a couple of weeks at least.
What have you unlocked?
I
cannot be doing this every night, okay?
No, we'll do it again next weekend. We won't do it like tomorrow.
Oh, so we're stopping now.
Yeah, no, this is my regular speaking voice right now, so yeah.
Are we up to the end? Yeah.
Sumo Thori says, let's keep going until Allie's lips just dry up and fall off her face. No worries. I can do this whole thing. I just wonder if you guys can.
I mean, I can. I don't really need to do much. It's fine.
I've said all my lines, so yeah, that's all done.
Now we can just... But yeah, what do you think? Should we stop there, though? Because that's like the end of the scene, you know? Like, it's changing scenes now. Or do you want to do this flashback as well and then end it?
I think the Here's to Crime is a good ending point, honestly.
Yeah, you would, Mister, been doing Joker's voice the entire time. You didn't think about how much writing would be involved when there's action. Yeah, this is true.
I think it's quite possible that this stream will get you your watch hours. So
Sumo's like, I just got here. I could go another hour.
Like, staying awake's not the problem. It's just my voice is shot.
Right. I understand. But yeah,
you want to keep me in suspense.
The cup of cocoa is fine, Jason. They doesn't appear
again.
Cocoa. The cocoa is on
but
the way.
What about the indigenous cookies?
The indigenous cookies weren't even drawn in the first place.
Oh, they're off panel?
Yeah, they were off panel.
They were floating on the puddle of cocoa like marshmallows.
I can replace you, man under Dean. That's MT, Dragon Pisces.
Man under Dean.
Wow. What happens to the puddles?
Yeah, we need to know what happens to the puddles. And I know that there are puddles at the end of the book.
I like how he said a pool of blood instead of a puddle of blood.
Oh, if he had said puddle, it would have made my day.
Really? Do we want to keep going? Because I'll keep going.
Yeah. Either way, I'm not fussed because I'm not doing all the reading. It's up to you guys, you and Michael and all that. We can just reschedule this again for like next time.
Well, you're 10 minutes off from 3 hours.
Yeah.
Oh, we can vamp for that long. 10 minutes isn't enough time to get through the whole page.
No, you don't think?
No.
Definitely not. With the way Alan Moore writes scripts, definitely not. We've got a lot more to go.
Oh my god, wait, Dean, show the script for this page.
Okay. Oh god, I can already see it.
That's not even the panel. Like, that's not even the end. Hold on, let me pull out.
Oh, holy fuck. And the fact that it's just like slightly on an angle the whole time too, just
words I've never said for 600, Alex.
That's one panel is 1.5 pages.
That's one panel.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Okay.
1.5 pages landscape. God.
Like and subscribe.
For all this bullshit.
Yeah, if this gets enough likes, we will do the rest of it as well. But I think we've gotten the point across, is that Alan Moore is massively overrated, and the man loves himself so much that he's just rambling the diaries of a madman, really, and that's how he writes his stories.
Well, you probably said this on the Twitter.
Yeah, exactly. That.
Mm-hmm. All right. If we are speaking tonight, I want to tell everybody, be safe out there. I left 2 Stephen King books in my car, and somebody broke in and left 4 more.
So, oh no!
That's funny.
What are you gonna do?
Funny and horrifying.
Is it just part and parcel of living in a big city?
I mean, I got a table that wobbles, so that should help out.
Wow.
That means the table would be up to your chin. Those books are really thick.
It's a bit of both, Mo. I would think that he both hates artists and loves himself. And Oz says Moore is a genius on a scary level. Totally not an insane commie wizard. Totally not. Yeah, definitely. The thing is, we just don't understand this level of genius. That's what it is. You know, like we're all just plebs in his eyes.
Hey, we were talking about the X-Men animated series earlier.
Yeah,
what about that whole part where Nightcrawler like becomes a Christian? Do you think they'll do that, or do you think he'll be a Satanist or something now?
That was.
Nightcrawler was always Christian. He converted Wolverine.
Yeah, but they're going to remove him from the new cartoon entirely, no doubt. And there's rumors going around.
Oh no, he's Nightcrawler specifically Catholic. They'll probably turn him into a chomo.
Yeah, but he's like he becomes a priest and everything, you know. But they'll remove him entirely from the series. But did you hear the rumors about Rogue?
Oh yeah, they took her ass away. I'm pissed.
No, that's not a rumor. That's just confirmed. She doesn't have an ass or tits at all. That's actually part of my video for tomorrow. But she's possibly a trans now.
Oh, fuck off.
No, for real. That's what the rumor going around is. You know, this is not confirmed, unlike non-binary morph. That's confirmed. But yeah. They're also going to feature the Hellfire Gala. What?
My prediction was that she was going to break up with Gambit and go all girl boss with a separate team.
No. She's trans now, and she's going to remain in a relationship with Gambit, thereby emasculating Gambit.
How are they going to have their kid?
They're not going to have a kid. What are you talking about, kid? There's not going to be a kid. Can't have a kid with a dude.
They can't have kids because that would be adding too many people to the Earth.
Yeah.
Yeah,
just
Gambit
exactly.
They need to start working on depopulation.
Yeah, but you can actually see the Hellfire Gala. So they're probably going to do, in the trailer, you can see the Hellfire Gala. So they're probably going to do that stupid fashion show shit from a couple of years ago.
Oh my God, you're
dumb
kidding.
Because it's supposed to be 97, a sequel to the original fucking cartoon, and stop fast forwarding fucking modern goddamn storylines that were shit and didn't get traction anyway.
Yeah, exactly. That was a hated, like it's some of the lowest selling X-Men of all time. Also, Mo Big says trans women are women. There's no such thing as chicks with dicks, Mo. Only guys with tits.
Depends on what we've eaten.
Overpopulation is an issue, apparently.
No, it's
Although
not.
I disagree.
No,
I
it's
can
not.
solve homelessness and starving Africans in one law. Okay?
Yeah, but also overpopulation isn't an issue because we haven't even covered most of the planet. As much as they would like you to believe that. The reason that leftists say that and like people in the city say that is because cities are crowded. But there are entire areas where we haven't even built anything, and not for any reason like it's dangerous or you can't do it. It's just we haven't gotten around to it yet.
Don't tell them that. They'll come and ruin it too.
Yeah. This entire channel will get shut down just for mentioning that.
Here's your fun anthropology fact. An average person standing up. An average person standing up takes up about 2 square feet of space. If you put all 8 billion people in one location, it would only be about the size of Jacksonville, Florida.
Yeah. All of Australia could fit in Texas, like the entire country.
The entire population. Yeah. The entire population can.
Yeah, I've heard things like that.
Ray, hello Ray, Tug's web guy, is saying, is it a big deal if I don't know who Alan Moore is? You do know who he is. He wrote The Killing Joke, and he wrote
Watchmen, V for Vendetta.
Watchmen, League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. Like,
V
so you
for
know
Vendetta.
who he is. You just don't know who he is.
Yeah. He's really not that big. Yeah. We're about to end it, awesome one, because we've been going for so long that Michael's voice is starting to fail him, and he needs time to repair.
I have to spend all day tomorrow just shutting the fuck up.
And we are nowhere near
man.
the end. We're nowhere near the end either. There's so much more to go. We found the rest of the script. Should we do the rest of the script, guys? Is this something you would want? Let us know in the chat. I don't know how to do a poll. How do I do a poll?
Go onto YouTube and
go onto
do a poll.
Okay, we'll go onto YouTube and we'll do a poll. How do I'm going to have to figure this out on the fly.
Click into the chat.
In the YouTube chat, you have option, yeah.
Do I have to do it on my computer? Hold on.
I don't know.
Oh.
Channel the whimsical computer savvy of Allie herself and open another tab.
That's what I'm doing. It's what I'm doing.
The whimsical computer savvy. Yes,
I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to do that, guys. Tell me.
It's so.
Engage
you're on
with
your computer.
Audience. Start a poll. Okay.
There it is.
There you go.
Good.
Sounds right.
We do the rest of this. Should we do the rest of this? Yes or no? Start poll.
9.
Okay. Place your votes now. There should be a poll.
Yeah. Do you want to hear Allie's weird, angry British voice?
Allie Moore. Allie Moore.
Allie
We want more of Allie Moore.
No.
What? It's too bad. It's
Don't say that.
Allie Moore.
You guys would. So if I can next time, I'll be on camera so that you guys can laugh at what it looks like while I'm doing this, because I'm gesticulating and jumping all over the place, and you'd probably enjoy yourselves.
See the nails break in real time.
Right. Well, Allie, it's an overwhelmingly yes vote so far.
Okay. I hope this gets you watch hours, Dean.
90% yes. 10% no.
Who voted no?
I don't know.
Alan is phantasmagorical. Thanks, Oz.
What? Back in the 90s, leftists were predicting there would be 10 billion people by 2010. I feel like we don't even have that many people yet, like right now.
We don't.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
It's like 8 billion.
Dragon Pisces says he can do a decent Batman and Joker. We don't need Batman and Joker. We have Batman and Joker right here. We need Robin and Batgirl.
We need Oracle.
No. Alan Moore voted no. Yeah, exactly. Jason's like, who
like,
said no?
"No."
How will I find out what happened to Coco? What are Indigenous cookies? Will Jim Gordon finish his scrapbook? I have so many questions.
Find out in the next episode of Dragon Ball. Oh, Batman.
Batman.
He does spend so much time talking about shit that is totally irrelevant.
Yeah, definitely.
He's just like, blah, 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 the paste in the book. And it's like, Barbara is literally fucking lying there bleeding to death. While Alan Moore just sits there and is like, just going on about glinting in the eyeballs and what Joker's wearing and shit.
Alan Moore is so fucking pretentious, honestly.
Yeah.
I like, if you didn't hate the man before we started this, you're going to hate him by the end of it. I already kind of do.
I want to do some Neil Gaiman script reading because it will completely remove any illusions anyone has that he is talented in any way.
Yeah, I don't think he's talented. Shifty voted no because I'm showing the ugly version of the comic. I don't know what this other version is, man. And Osgrade says he can do the no dialogue. I would appreciate that, Oz.
Death Pusher voiced round-cheeked Robin, says Mo.
Yeah, we'll let DP do round-cheeked Robin. No worries.
Alan also did a couple of issues of Crossed.
I don't know what that is.
Ooh. That big plague that wipes out humanity and puts big rashing crosses on everyone's face and makes everyone homicidal maniacs.
Yeah, no, never heard of it.
Never heard of it.
Never. Yeah.
That's something to look into.
The other version is the original version, says Shifty. Huh. I'm going to try and find... I will try and find the original version. Yeah, no, I've just got the trade paperback here. It's like the deluxe edition or something. I will try and find this original version so next time the book has bisexual lighting to go with the bisexual writing. What?
I hate bisexual lighting.
Well, either way, like and subscribe and we shall do some more.
The chat has spoken.
It seems they have, and it seems
and
like...
even if they hadn't, if Dean was like, we're still doing it, Allie, then I'd be like, okay.
Yeah, but this was to help Michael. Michael's needs the convincing, you know? But yeah, you got 92...
Michael needed convincing?
Yeah, because his throat is sore.
What a baby.
Okay. Poll is ended.
1 billion gender lighting, says Awesome.
And now I know how to do a poll.
Oz says, never liked Sandman. Tried to read Sandman 3 times. Gave up every time. Why?
I like Sandman. There's some really good stuff, man. Just read it randomly, though. You don't even need to read it in order. It's fine. Just pick one.
You really don't.
Just pick one that you think looks good and go and read it.
Pick one that looks pretty.
Yeah. Read Overture. I don't even know if that's a real word. But it's the name of one of the Sandman.
It's a musical term.
Yeah. Overture. Read that one. That's a good one. It's interesting. It has like weird flower plants that have nightmares about fire.
Don't read the one about cats. Watch the animated episode about the cats, but don't read the one about cats.
Why? The chapter about cats is like issue 26 or something. It's good.
That is my least favorite story in the whole Sandman series.
What? The animated episode was like the best episode of the show.
I know, which was what was the weirdest part. I hate the written story, but I liked the animated episode. It was the only episode. You and I watched it together. It was the only episode I liked.
It was good. It was a good episode.
I think that's partly because it was animated, though. Like, the whole show should have been animated.
That female Constantine made no sense. She was somehow his daughter, but also in, like, the past. It really confused me when she showed up. I didn't understand what was going on.
Plus, she was a lesbian.
Oh, yeah, of course she is. Every female in everything is a lesbian now. That's just something you have to accept.
Even though lesbians aren't real. Like, that's the most fictional part of the whole thing.
Lesbians aren't real. They're all just mad at their dads.
Yeah, somebody hurt them.
Or their ex-boyfriends.
Yeah. They got hurt, and now they're like, hey, penises are gross. Meh.
Yeah. Meh.
No, the Sandman show, though, was never okay, Awesome One. None of it is okay. It's not okay.
I liked what's his name? The Nightmare. He was really cool. The one with the teeth for eyes. I'm forgetting his name right now for no reason at all.
Corinthian.
That's it. Yeah, I liked that actor that they got to play him. He was cool.
He had like the easiest job.
Yeah, just be creepy, sure. Yeah, he was cool. But the death was disgusting. Like, it was just a complete disrespect of the character. And even like Dream himself, the Sandman himself.
So boring.
He was just bland as fuck. Like, it was kind of, I don't want to say anything mean about him because they all seemed friendly enough, but like they just weren't the characters that I know from the comic books, like, at all. It was a whole thing.
It was so boring. He was so boring, and his eyes were just normal human eyes. Why? Stupid.
Yeah, the eyes, the look of him was the thing that bothered me the most,
He just looked
Because
like Edward from Twilight.
He did just look like Edward from Twilight. But the way they describe him in the books, they're like, he has entire universes in his eyes. And it's like a blackness unlike anything you've ever seen, blah, blah, blah. It's just a dude with brown eyes.
It's like a cross between Robert Smith
hair.
and David Bowie's love child.
Yeah, exactly.
His hair's a little bit messy, and he was short. He was freaking short. What's up with that?
Yeah, he's supposed to be really tall and lanky. But yeah, there aren't any women on the internet.
That the Sandman was a self-insert for Gaiman, like as far as the character went in the comic.
Yeah,
no,
but he still
looked a lot like him.
He was a self-insert, but he still looked otherworldly. He didn't just look like a freaking dude.
Yeah. Women in media are either lesbians or in the only approved form of interracial relationship. That is true.
And also, Despair. We can talk about Despair. Freaking random cat lady wearing a sweater. She just looks like Amy Schumer.
I'm surprised the feminists didn't get mad at that. Because it honestly was just like your average fucking like fat lady that you probably live next door to her or something like that. But
he's organized a little church.
Yeah, exactly. Like, Despair was supposed to be truly disgusting and one of the grossest things you've ever seen.
You are supposed to look at Despair and want to die.
You're supposed to look at Despair and feel despair, not just pity.
Yeah, you're not just like, oh wow, she probably smells like cats. Like,
yeah.
She just looked sad and fat and was wearing a dumb sweater, and she's just like, meh. It was so stupid. Cool. And no, Johnny Depp can't be Sandman.
Madness. This is Lesbos.
They should have gotten like some chick from My 600 Pound Life to play Despair.
Yeah, this is the kind of thing that you need, like a fat suit and all kinds of like a horror director's makeup crew.
I would have gotten
something really disgusting.
I would have gotten somebody from My 600 Pound Life and painted them gray and been like, just do what you do all the time, and then handed them the hook and been like, all right, say the lines, because everyone would have felt just huge amounts of grossness looking at them. Like, you want to shower when you look at Despair, but instead it was just like, oh god, like, meh. She's kind of dumb. Like, she looks like Amy Schumer.
She does kind of look like Amy Schumer, yeah.
Phil Diaz can't play him. No,
he could. He's lanky and tall enough. He just needs to shave those sideburns. No, that would be a crime against nature.
He can't act.
You don't know that. You ever seen Phil act?
I've met Phil.
Yeah, but you ever seen him act?
I mean, he tries every day to act like he's not like a freaking weird douche, but he
oh my god.
Also, there were people who kept freaking out that like, oh, people are mad that Desire is non-binary, and it's like, that's actually the thing I'm least mad about. Because that's what Desire is. Desire could actually choose what, like, they even call him It, don't they, Dean? I'm pretty sure they call Desire It.
Yeah, Desire was perfectly cast with that weird gay dude, whatever his name is. I don't know what his name is, but he was perfectly cast.
I thought he was too old. Like from certain shots, he looked very old, but he was perfectly cast. That was fine.
Yeah, this weird androgynous, like overly sexual dude. It's like, yeah, that's about right. Yeah.
Yeah. I think he should have been younger so that he could be more like attractive, but like it was fine. And everyone's like, everybody's freaking out. I was like, nobody's freaking out about that. They are freaking out about death, by the way. And you know what? I wouldn't have been mad if they had just painted her white.
Yeah, I don't think anyone would have been mad about that either. Like, when you're talking about death and we say death is white, we're not talking Caucasian. We're talking like bone white. She's supposed to be
the physical tone white.
Yeah, exactly. But they didn't even do that. And my biggest problem with her was that she was just like a biker chick. Like, she didn't look like the, like the rocker that Death looks like in the comics.
No.
She was just like, she had a leather jacket, and like that was
and she wasn't like Death was kind of spunky, and she didn't have any spunk. She wasn't cute. She was just like, hello, brother. I'm here to kill a baby. Walk with me while I kill some people. And he's like, okay. And they walk around and they're sad. And then it's over.
Go watch the animated Death. That's the one you want to see.
Oh, it's so good.
That's the one.
It's so good. It makes me cry.
If you get a chance, check out the Audible.
No, Mo. The character Desire. What I desire is not an androgynous gay dude.
Yeah, Kat Dennings plays Death in the
blacks
version.
white. No, just
paint the blacks white.
If you're going to cast a black woman as Death, you should put white makeup on her. That is what she looks like. What is the problem?
Yeah, no, the problem is that they shouldn't have cast a black chick as Death, just full stop.
Yeah, but if they were going to, that's what they should have done. And then
it would look a little white chicks. Yeah, it would.
Well, then don't cast a black chick.
Yeah, basically.
But then in the one, there is one story where Death is depicted as a black woman, and then she could just not have makeup in that one.
Yeah, but that's not what she looks like in her home. Like, when you see her go home, she doesn't look like that. So you can't say, oh, she's black in the comics that one time, so she's black in the... No, that's not that's not her default form. You can't lie to me and say it is.
When she chooses what to look like, she looks like Cinnamon Hadley, who was the woman she's based on.
Yeah, and Neil Gaiman even did like a whole thing, rest in peace, when she died, but then just pretended
but then he denied her later.
Came out. Yeah, like how fucked is that?
He was like, I didn't know her at all. Like I never met her. She was nothing to me. It was like, wow.
Yes, Shifty, exactly.
What a freaking dick.
That movie looks so funny, Richard. Like, that is the one bad trailer from the Super Bowl just last week. Did everybody see the Wicked trailer?
Oh, yeah.
Looks so funny. And that's the whitest Zendaya's been in years.
Yeah, they made her white again. That's not Zendaya.
Isn't it?
That's
the other chick. Never mind.
That's the other chick.
Ariana Grande is...
Ariana Grande. Yeah. Don't worry.
They look exactly alike, though. They all look alike. It's fine.
They're weird clones of each other. Not cast a black chick is Mission Impossible for Netflix. You're damn right.
Yeah. Also,
it's not a white person, basically.
They cast a black woman as what's his helper's name again, Dean? In freaking the Dream World.
Oh, I know exactly who you're talking about, but I can't remember now.
Yeah, but they cast a black woman to be his butler too.
Yeah, but it's not just his butler. Like, that Dream is essentially a slave. Like, it's happy to be there. Yeah, like, don't get me wrong, he's happy to be there because in the comics he's also a guy. He's happy to be there, but like he can't leave even if he wants to. Like, he is stuck there, and like he is forced to be Dream's servant. And then of course that's a black person. That's what they said.
Yes, Lucian.
That's it, Lucian. Yeah, that's him. Yeah.
And then freaking what's his name who was playing Matthew the Raven? I wanted to freaking cook that bird. Like, put him on a freaking skewer and cook him. It was terrible. I hate that actor anyway.
Yeah,
But
everybody
he's-
hates that guy, and he keeps showing up in things, even though nobody likes him. I've never met a single person that likes that guy.
Yeah, and he's just like, "Your fucking dream, your dream, you motherfucker!" Like, I was like, "What? What am I watching?
What actor is this? They sound terrible already.
What's his name? I forget. He's the fat guy.
The short fat guy.
He was in
who's
Blade.
a bunch of shows.
Blade.
Yeah, he's in Blade.
Is he?
Yeah, he's going to show up in the new. I think he shows up in Deadpool. To be honest,
He was in that crappy Amazon Cinderella that I watched. He was
literally
in Cats.
nobody likes him. This is why nobody cares. But like he's in all kinds of shit, and whenever he pops up, you just go, "Oh, great, here we go."
What the fuck is his name?
Short,
the chat doesn't
guy?
even care to look him up. That's how.
Yeah, I don't even care. Like, I don't even care. He's just the short fat guy who ruins everything, and he's cringe as fuck, and he's a male feminist in real life.
Yeah.
And,
Patton Oswalt.
That's
Patton
it.
Oswalt.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, yeah, fuck that guy.
Yeah, nobody liked him.
Blade?
He was the tech guy in Blade.
Yeah, in Blade 3.
Blade 3.
Okay, Trinity, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Rose Walker is now a black woman, and Unity Kincaid is now a black woman, and everybody in the Netflix, they might as well have just made everybody black.
You know, I've never met a black woman in real life who acts anything like those people, though. Like, I've met British dudes that act like the Butler, and I've met, I've met like punk rocker chicks in real life, and they're all mostly white. About as dark as they get is Italian that I've ever met. But like don't want to sound racist enough, but I've never seen a black woman be anything other than the cliche black woman. Like.
Well, to be fair, how many have you really seen?
Oh, we have Samoans and stuff. We don't really have Africans in Australia. We have some, but not many. I've met like
Samoans
one
are
Nigerian. Yeah, I've met like one Nigerian in my entire life. Samoans are so black.
No, they're not.
Yeah, they're a different kind of black.
They would not like you they would not like you calling them black.
My best friend is a Samoan dude, and he will tell you that he is black.
What?
Yeah.
We
don't have your blacks here. The world is bigger.
Met an abo?
The world is bigger than you Americans. You know that, right? Like, outside the rest of the world, there are other races. You're aware of that, right?
New Blade. How did who kill his wife, Rumble?
It's slowly turning into the stream where Noah ranked chicks by race.
Yeah, Patton Oswalt killed his wife, apparently.
What?
He's under suspicion for shooting his missus or something. But
oh, shit.
Yeah.
What?
I've never heard this before. That's interesting. I might make a video about that too.
Yeah.
Like, is that new?
That is.
Did that just happen?
No, it's been around for at least a couple of years.
Wait, you said he's under suspicion.
Yeah.
So, like, the police
he was
investigating?
That I couldn't tell you, but yeah.
Oh God.
Who knows?
What
it's
the
a
fuck?
mystery, to be sure.
And his wife is dead now.
Yep.
Wow.
Patton Oswalt really is a piece of shit.
Pacific Islanders are your Mexicans. I don't know. Every Samoan that I met in Hawaii would not like being called black.
Well, every Samoan that's in Australia would prefer that you did call them black. If you try to tell them they aren't black, they'd get really mad.
That's weird.
That's what they do, yeah. I don't know what to tell you. And they steal your lighter. Like, if they ask if they need a lighter to light their cigarette, you light it for them. Otherwise, you're not getting that lighter back.
They're that bloody big, you don't want to get it back.
I feel seen.
Mo's like, they aren't black. Yes, they are, Mo.
Apparently, in Australia, they want to be called black for some reason.
Well, they're not white.
No,
and you
they're
can't call them
Pacific
brown.
Islanders. They're brown.
No, but you can't call them brown because that's who Indians are. The Indians are the brown people.
No, Indians are red.
No, different Indian.
So are Arabs for some reason.
Oh, those different browns.
The different browns, yeah, the different browns. What I'm saying is somehow more offensive than the different browns.
The sand
browns, right? Yeah. No, Chinese people are yellow, Mo. Yeah. And yeah, we're talking dot Indians, yeah.
Yeah, dot, not feather.
Yeah, I actually dated a dot Indian once.
Did she smell?
No, not really. I was surprised too, don't worry. Anyway, like and subscribe. We'll be back again next weekend. We'll read more of this book until it's done because we found the rest of the script and we don't have an excuse not to. Unless I can think of a legitimate excuse. You guys sure you want it? You sure? I feel like that poll might have been rigged. Might have been.
I feel like, Dean, if you don't want to do it, just say you're not going to do it.
No, we're going to do it. But anyway.
But we can't do it on Friday because I have to do world building with Rainey on her Fiendish 2.5 closing.
Okay. Nobody knows what Aboriginals want. They're always drunk. You can't trust the thing they say.
Aboriginals just want petrol.
Fuel.
That's what you guys call it there, right?
Yeah, we do. Yeah. Petrol is... I need petrol, actually. I'm running out of petrol in my car. I need to
Look, I'm learning. I'm speaking your language. I said petrol and not gas.
You're trying.
Yeah, can you not?
Trying.
Can I not?
Yeah, petrol and gas are two different things, though. You guys are like, oh, gas for me car. Yeah, because you can have a gas-powered car or a fuel, like a regular unleaded fuel petrol car.
It's all fuel.
But there's like a thing called... No, we have diesel as well. Diesel is for trucks and stuff like that. But there's gas conversions, and you get like a gas tank and stuff that goes in your car.
What?
What? These are things. LPG gas. I'm pretty sure it's propane.
I don't understand.
It's
gas in your car is all just gas.
No,
it's
not.
The same thing as
petrol. No, there's different kinds of engines.
I know there's different kinds of engines, but they all just take different gas.
No, they don't. Could you imagine if I put diesel in my regular car? Like, it wouldn't work.
Yeah, I know, because it takes different gas.
Yeah, no, there's gas and unleaded fuel. Even Dragon Pisces knows this. I'm the one who drives a car, Sumo.
Gas is petrol.
Gas is not petrol. Petrol is a liquid. Petrol is fuel. It's unleaded fuel. That's what petrol is.
That's a filthy lie. I love Tom McDonald. He's hilarious.
Tom McDonald.
Gasoline comes in leaded and unleaded. It's still gas.
No, but it's fuel. Like, there's also. Oh my god. There's also LPG gas that goes in your car, and it's literally a gas. It's like it comes with a gas tank and everything. You have to get your car converted to run on it unless you bought some shitty car in the first place.
Like a lot of heisters and stuff like that around.
What, like hydrogen?
I honestly don't know. Propane. I honestly don't know. I think it's propane, right? Yeah.
A propane powered car.
Yes, it's
most
a gas conversion. Powered. You have to get your car converted to be that, though.
It's all gas, though.
No, but petrol is not gas because it's a liquid.
It's gasoline.
Yeah, gasoline is the word that people shorten to gas, which gets confused for the state of matter, gas.
Gasoline,
yeah, but gasoline is just another word for petrol and fuel and everything, but that's not what we're talking about when we say LPG gas. Like, that's propane gas in a gas tank.
Yeah.
At least I think it's propane. I'm not 100% sure on that. I'm just going by what you guys said.
Oh my god.
What?
So all that just to say, yes, Allie's right, but you can't say that.
No, not at all. Because the gas I'm talking about that goes into your car is a different thing than what you're talking about. And what you're talking about is literally just petrol and fuel. Petrol or fuel, not and fuel.
It's the same.
Same shit. No, it's not.
By the way, LPG is a liquid because it's under pressure.
Ah!
Under pressure.
How many batteries does Falcor take?
Like and subscribe for gas or petrol.
Gasoline and petrol, same thing.
Gasoline.
Same. Same as they say in Hawaii.
Not same. Not same.
Same.
No, not same.
For the record, LPG stands for liquid petroleum gas.
Ha!
What's ha?
It's hydrogen gas, Dean. It's gasoline. Same.
Yeah, but it's just gas. It's a gas. You have to get your car converted. What are you talking? Like, what does that have to do with what we were saying a minute ago?
It's primarily propane and butane mixed.
Yeah, it's literally like you have to get your car converted to even run on the thing, and they give you a whole new gas tank and everything that goes in the car. It's like a whole different kind
down
of
here speaking
fuel.
Pigeon. Wait, you think so gas ain't petrol, brah.
Yeah.
Yamo.
Same, god damn it. Same, but different.
Same.
Different.
It's not
Someone
different.
share a What's Gas video.
There are different types of gases, but gasoline and petrol are the same.
Yes.
But that was never in question.
So I was right.
That was the original comment Ali made.
No, but that was not what we were saying from the start. When I first brought up gas, the thing I was talking about was not gasoline.
Well, it's what I was.
I would never call fuel or petrol gas because it's just not what we do in Australia.
Yeah, and I said petrol so that you would know I was talking about your stupid thing.
I'm just going to end the stream, okay?
This has gotten stupid. Good night, everyone.
This is so funny and gaslighting. That's right, Pisces. It is gaslighting. They're gaslighting me.
Yeah, stop gaslighting me, Ali.
No, you're gaslighting me.
No, you're gaslighting me. Dragon Pisces is on my side.
Now you're gaslighting me about gaslighting me.
No, I'm not. I was never gaslighting you.
You've been gaslighting me this whole time. Sumo says that's what you were talking about. The rest of us were with Ali.
No, Sumo was wrong. Sumo's just simping. Don't simp, Sumo.
Diesel.
It's beneath you.
He's not simping. Nobody's simping.
He totally is. He's siding with you for no reason.
Nobody is simping. They know better.
We don't call footy Aussie rules. I mean, maybe someone does, but like football is just football.
Aerial ping pong.
We call American football gridiron for like obvious
gridiron.
Reasons.
That makes it sound so much cooler than it is.
Yeah, gridiron is like the term for the field. Kind of thing.
Exactly.
It's a nickname for American football.
Yeah, exactly. And so in Australia, we just call American football gridiron, so we don't have to call it football. And soccer is soccer.
Soccer.
That's right. Soccer is
rhymes
soccer.
With aka.
No, soccer.
Rhymes with aka.
Soccer is not football.
Football.
We don't say aluminum. We say aluminum, like the guy who discovered it.
We don't say aluminium.
Gasoline is a fake American word, like aluminium.
Mo, I hate to break this one to you, but the guy that discovered it, wrote 4 papers, submitted all 4. In 2 of them, he spelled it aluminum, and in the other 2, he spelled it aluminium. So
he was gaslighting all of us. He was the original gaslighter.
Wow.
They're actually both right. I checked that out.
Sucor.
That's
football.
Crazy.
Soccer is football. No, soccer is soccer, Oz.
Soccer is soccer.
Football.
Albundinium.
Albundinium.
Oh my god.
True, it was undecided. Yeah.
Somebody's got to discover that element. Albundinium. That is the stuff. We need to make cars out of that.
Smells like shoes.
Out of what? Aluminium?
Albundinium.
Albundinium. How do we even... Albundinium.
It may smell like shoes, but it's great for beer cans.
Yay!
I actually don't like Bundy much.
What?
I like Al Bundy, but not Bundy.
Yeah, Al Bundy.
As in Bundaberg.
Oh.
Bundy rum.
Oh, I thought you meant you didn't like the serial killer Bundy, and I was like, well, yeah, why would you?
I mean, yeah, I'm not saying I like that guy. I'm just saying. He changed it later to try and be posh. Crocodile Bundy. There's Arvo, AVO, UE, and so many Aussie slang. I don't know what UE is. Oh, UE is in like do a UE in your car, yeah.
Yeah,
what do you like? Yeah, like what else would you call it?
United Emirates?
We call it flipping a bitch.
Flipping a bitch. Yeah, that makes sense.
I say UE. But I don't spell it U-E.
This stream has jumped the sharks,
including the winning touchdown, Oz.
Whoa, Felix is down. Whoa, Felix. Whoa. In Minecraft, right? In Minecraft, right?
No.
Whoa.
Yeah, do you guys say doughy?
That's not a good thing to say.
No,
Doughy.
You got that from us and just Australian shortened it. We call it doing a donut.
Doughies.
Chucking a dough,
yeah, like
basically drifting in a tight circle, yeah.
Wow. Okay.
What?
Like and subscribe for all of these colloquialisms.
Free Aussie slang lessons today.
Yeah.
Free straying lessons.
Bye, awesome one. He says ciao.
That's not Australian or American.
What's not Australian or American? Ciao.
Yeah.
That's Italian.
Yeah, you're right. He's just trying to muddy the waters. Don't listen to awesome one. I'm imagining Nick Cage's National Treasure movies, but Ted Bundy is in them.
Why?
That would be fucking wild, Jason.
Remember when Ali had that book of Aussie slang? I still have it, but... Or no, wait, I don't. I gave it away because you guys said it was wrong. So
Did you just say Aussie?
Aussie.
I remember having
that's how it's spelled.
We're looking up Australian racist terms.
Aussie?
That's how it's spelled, and I smell great.
Aussie? It's Aussie. Aussie, but like Ozzy Osbourne.
That would be O-Z-Z-I-E.
Yeah, no, it's not spelled the same, but it's pronounced basically the same.
No.
Aussie, you sound retarded. Say Melbourne.
Melbourne.
Ugh.
There's a Melbourne, Florida.
Yeah, no, that can be Melbourne, but we live in Melbourne over here.
There's a Texas and Queensland. We still pronounce that correctly.
Yeah,
you can
Aussie,
say
not Aussie.
Aussie, not Aussie.
Assy.
Not assy.
RC.
Great stream
assy
again.
Is what Rogue should be.
Yeah, do any of us say again?
I said again when I was reading the script.
Outrageous.
Again and again and again.
Melbourne.
No, because I don't live in 1620 England.
No, Melbourne. That's how it's spelled.
No, but it's Melbourne.
Yeah.
But it's not spelled Melbourne.
Melbn. Melbourne.
So Brisbane.
Melbourne.
Brisbane.
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 Yeah, Melbourne reminds me of how people in Missouri say Missouri and don't care that they sound retarded.
Yeah, but
I've never heard anyone in Missouri say that.
It'd be Melbourne. Nobody's ever said. Yeah, justice for Rogue's booty. That's my video tomorrow. Don't worry, awesome one.
That says Rogue booty.
Misery.
In a state of...
I say Arkansas, so
that is both Rogue and Rouge. So,
but it's Arkansas.
Arkansas.
Why is it spelled Arkansas?
Because it's from a different language.
No, you're ridiculous.
What?
Why would you name a place after a different language? I thought this was America.
Because the people who moved here came from elsewhere, dweeb.
They came from Kansas, did they?
Arkansas.
So they call it Arkansas.
Arkansas.
It's a French term.
What are we going to call this place? Kansas?
What's Rouge's butt?
Arkansas. Oh, it was the plural term for their transliteration of Arkansas, which was an Algonquin term for the K-pop people.
You know, we had more viewers listening to us debate gasoline than we did actually reading the comic book.
There's a K-pop tribe in America.
What?
Oh my god. That's not what I said.
BTS?
K-pop.
I thought she said K-pop for a second.
The K-pop people, Koreans?
If they don't like it, they can call it Arkansas. Amerigo Vespucci. That is correct, awesome one. America was named after Amerigo Vespucci. It's not K-pop. It's not gay-op either. Quay-pop people.
K-pop. That's what I just said.
K-pop.
Yeah, K-pop. K-pop people.
Quay-pop.
K-pop.
Arkan pop.
Fucking bunch of BTS stands invade the
America versus Australian debate. Let's do this instead. No, I don't want to do that.
Yeah, she doesn't want to do that because she get proven wrong over and over and over again.
Oh, no.
That's not why.
It's a pretty even team.
It's because I don't want to be mean.
You don't want to be mean?
Adam, I have no skin in this game.
Wow. Okay. K-pop.
I'm Mexican, goddammit.
That's still American.
You don't look Mexican.
I don't.
We won a Mexican-American war, and you've been here a while, so you're American. Do you have a citizenship? Then you're American.
We didn't win the war. We just kept California.
We totally won.
Keeping California isn't a win.
We won also Texas.
What?
Texas won, and then Texas joined.
Am I not, Ryan? How dare you? I'm not mean. I'm only mean to stupid people who deserve it.
Slowly steps back.
Oh, Mo, I'm sorry.
Oh, Mo, come live in Florida.
You deserve better than that, Mo. You should just let go of California. It's a lost cause.
I don't know where Mo is, but Mo should move to Australia.
He's in California.
I'm going to have to say goodbye, though.
Yeah, we're trying to end the stream.
Well, I'm going to have to say goodbye now.
Okay, why?
Because I have to go let the dog out.
Gaslighting us again.
Not gaslighting!
Allie and her gaslighting. I'm going to rename this stream to Gaslighting Allie.
He's in the bathroom and he jumps on the door to open it. And if he jumps on it too much, it scratches up the door and I get in trouble.
Fair enough. Okay, everyone. Like the video.
Bye, everybody.
We'll be back
like
again
and subscribe
next week
for Mexican-American Wars.
Yeah, it's still petrol, not gasoline.
History and Batman right here.
Yeah.
Gasoline is petrol.